And I'm like, where's the flame? And I'm holding it.
Oh no.
And then I feel the flame.
Oh no.
That
that hurts. That
It
sucks,
looks
man.
really okay. Like it's not icky gooey or anything, but also I think I most definitely might have branded myself.
Well, I feel like this might be the first time I've heard of a sleep mask injury, though, or like sleep mask related.
You're welcome.
Well, I do hope that heals quickly. That sucks.
I mean, I mean, the only thing going on with it is I wrap it up sometimes, like because it starts getting sensitive, and I'll whack it, and I'm like, I need some padding on this.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of burnt hands, I don't know, I must have cast burning hands at some point recently. I don't know. Anyways, what's up? It's live. It's D&D. We're back. It's been a couple weeks. Hello.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah. So we'll basic recapping. You guys did a bunch of prep work while you were in Riverbed. You're making your way south towards various other tasks. I think you got Kami House, you got Inger's Place, and then you've got stopping by this dwarven settlement, which its name escapes me at the moment, but I've got it in my notes. That's where the Silverbeards, who might have some connections to Mithril, as well as what's his name? Flash Iron Pan. That's where he's been last seen, and there's definitely some questioning for him about who the hell was murdering or trying to murder you while you were on the boat. And then you go.
Hey, I got some questions for Flash. First of all, how dare you?
Good
Second
question.
of all, what?
Yeah.
Third of all, fuck you.
You know?
That's the best question.
We need answers, Iron Pan.
So you got that, and then you're going to be going into the Lost Woods area, where maybe you can get reconnected with the God Egg, and see what kind of, Pandora's box kind of thing could come out of that.
Pandora's egg.
Yeah, Pandora's Egg, yeah.
Thank you.
And then there's getting over to good old Uncle Ronkin and Orontis, who are chilling in some therapy. So anyways, yeah, so there's all of that. We will pick back up real quick at the Leshy hut. She has been defeated. The kid is saved. But somebody had a question, I believe it was Hunter. What kind of stuff do you find in there? And I didn't quite have an answer for you right away, but I do now. So that's why we're picking up here. When you're
been pretty bad if you didn't have one 3 weeks later.
I'll tell you next week.
Find some boots.
Are they magic? No,
just old boots. But what you do find is a glass eye. You find a ornate dagger that seems to be kind of made of wood and leaves. You see a green gemstone. You see a pendant, and you see a broomstick. All of those kind of stand out to you as potential special things amongst all of her other stuff.
Did anyone write that down?
not at all.
The question is, would you even want to grab it or not? It's up to you.
It's all cursed. Put it into my mouth. I want it. Right here. Gimme.
If you want to.
Could I identify it?
Yeah, sure.
Or would our arcane expert like to identify it?
Okay.
I mean, I have identify as a ritual spell, so we can just spend a little bit of time figuring out.
Yeah, if you spent about, 10 minutes for a ritual, so like if you spent about an hour, you'd be able to just kind of chill, regroup, short rest, and do all that. So I can show this to players. Forgive me for the formatting. It's a little funky and weird, but here we go.
I don't like that it's called Witch's Eye.
Yeah.
This scarf makes your dick fall off.
It's close. Close to what it is, yeah.
That tickled me in just the right way.
Oh, nice.
So as expected, they're all cursed.
Oh, good.
I immediately use one.
Yeah, obviously we each get one.
Everybody sees it, right?
Yes.
So
okay.
you see these curses with identify?
Yep.
Oh. Huh. However, once active, cannot be stopped. flying for days. Well,
I'll take that
if
one.
you're, can you get off of the broomstick, or are you stuck on the broomstick? That one's confusing because it sounds like it just is in a perpetual hover state, but that could be cool
I
in
don't
its
think
own
it's in
right.
perpetual hover. I think it's in perpetual fly, like it's constantly.
Oh,
going
like
and
it's
can't
always
stop.
got forward momentum.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, like, if you end up getting launched into the air, you might end up getting stuck up there.
Unless you have Dispel Magic. Does anyone have Dispel Magic?
Then it would get rid of the benefit.
Yeah, because
right?
you would remove the
Yeah.
magic from the thing itself.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't just target the bad part.
Audra has spell magic as a cleric, I believe.
Yes, I do.
That being said, here's the real question. As a cleric, you should also, I think, have remove curse. Can we remove the bad parts of some of these items?
Usually with remove curse, it's the same as dispel
Yeah.
magic. It
Okay,
removes,
I
it's
figured.
all.
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd Rick and Morty this thing and get rid of the bad stuff and keep the good stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
Pendant of False Promises is interesting. I'm almost
Yeah.
wondering, like, can we give these to anybody to really fuck them over that we really hate?
That's always a possibility. I've always wondered if you would do that with the magic items you already had.
It's cursed
It just
parts
seems
of-
so rude. It just seems so bad.
Right? That seems like evil alignment shenanigans that I'm not
Right.
against.
Oh, man. Green Hag's Heartstone
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like that
actually
one.
could be super useful. Because, like, if we use it once or twice, that's not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
Kamira already has that first one.
What, the Witch's Eye?
I mean, in terms of I'm balls at perception, and I was hearing sounds that I wasn't sure there, and I was paranoid.
Let's, living wooden leaf. DC 15 Constitution.
While we're looking over these, can Anwar do just a check on the witch herself?
Who's currently dead on the ground. Yeah, I think you chopped her head off, and you realized that she was actually like a troll kind of witch. She had some troll
Right.
qualities, and so after her head was chopped off, she was like stabbed right through the brain. Yeah, you want to check out to see what's going on with her. The question is the blade still in her head, or did somebody like get it out?
I mean, it's my sword, so or who stabbed? Who did the
You.
last stab? Oh yeah,
I can't remember if
you
it was
did.
you or your echo.
I mean,
Oh.
she would probably vanish with the sword. I would probably most definitely be like, "That is mine," and sheath it.
Okay.
So either way, it's probably out.
Yeah, you want to do a medicine check on that head there?
Set it
I
on
don't
fire!
have- I don't have the best medicine. I was more concerned about a Soulstone Horcrux
Okay.
phylactery
I have decent
situation.
medicine.
If she's got a backup somewhere, or if there's any kind of way to. I don't know if Anwar would be able to tell that kind of thing or even know about that kind of thing, but
That's good.
I got a 22 medicine check on it, Artem.
Yeah,
I mean,
Audrey, you can
sure.
see that it's taking a while because it's like a direct brain shot.
Uh-huh.
But you can see that, like, if you get like a really close look at it, this like head hole is kind of starting to slowly heal itself.
no, we're not doing this.
Everyone, I don't want to ruin the celebration of a victory here, but her wounds are actually still healing. It's very slow, but it's happening.
All right, throw her in that boat. We're doing a bonfire.
Why even risk the boat when she has a fireplace inside?
Because it's wood. I don't know. All right, well, we can do it that way too.
Yeah, if there's a fireplace right out there, Anwar's gonna douse it in some oil and get that thing cooking.
Andrew, if there's
Oh
ever
yeah,
a
there's a
time-
pot right here.
Andrew,
Yeah.
if there was
Yeah.
ever a time for you to use create bonfire.
Oh yeah, right.
Finally.
I will cast it 80 times. 85 maybe.
Hunter's like, "No, you know what? I don't feel like it right now."
I don't want to.
Well, now that you make me, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Please.
So you toss that head into the fire, and luckily, I guess luckily for her, she's already like so far gone that she doesn't scream out in pain. Just quietly
good.
withers away, burns up, and dies.
Is no more. Dies for realsies.
That's
I'm
how I
keeping-
want to
I'm
go.
keeping it
Quietly
going
withering away.
until it's like disintegrated.
Yeah. There's still the rest of her on the other part of the head that was like, does that part?
Oh, the whole
eventually
thing.
reattach?
All of it. The whole hour that is being used to check out the items.
Yep.
Bonfire. Hunters on corpse duty.
Anwar, you want to do an investigation check to see if there's anything else that might be keeping her alive?
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Ugh, I hate. How do I turn off the die inside D20 or
You don't
roll
want to
20?
see them rolling?
No, I do want to see, but it has like a squishy die in my D&D
Oh
Beyond.
yeah, you got a 1d0 in there.
Oh, do you have the blood dice? So when it
I-
like rolls, it's squishy sound.
every single time.
Yeah.
Gooshy.
And I really wish I got a natural one, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, okay. Why
That
does it
makes up
say
for mine,
plus
isn't it?
1d0 CS? Whatever.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's
The
sending.
code?
Yeah,
It's still,
your
like,
formula
look
is
at-
really weird.
I'm sure it's whatever the thing is for working with D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, in any case, got a nat 1 there. You think maybe there is like a Horcrux situation. It must be in the Green Hag's Heartstone. It must be like that. Must be it. That must be where it is. That needs to be destroyed.
What if we
Mhm.
burned all of the items that came with it? Just to be
I'm okay
sure?
with that. I can work with that.
Well, hold
it
on. I
does
was
say
joking.
heart in it.
Oh yeah, let's just break it. We don't want her to come back.
Alright,
With
Anwar's gonna...
a nat 1, you're like, this is it. It's got to be it. This is.
Listen,
where...
guys, I'm very smart. I know what I'm talking about. And Anwar's going to throw the Heartstone into the fire as well.
Okay. I don't know if fire would destroy a gemstone.
Can I like? What is Rain? Rain's. I
Well.
guess Rain's like. I suppose that makes sense. Mhm.
That's your investigation with 11.
Yeah.
On its own, you would think like no, but since Anwar's so convinced, you're like, he's usually right about these sorts of things.
No, hold on. Rain raises a good point. Fire is not going to break this thing. And then Anwar's going to go over to the table. You know that scene from Age of Ultron where the fist goes into Hulk's face a bunch of times? Anwar's just going to use his armor to like just smash this thing using thunder damage.
Yeah, I'll just give that to you. Yeah, eventually it just breaks into like dust. It's kind of like diamond dust, only in this case it's green gemstone dust.
I'll just blow it away and clear it off. I'm like, we got her, guys. We got her. Mission accomplished.
Nice. Yep, you do that, and she seems to be gone forever now.
It has heart in the name. It just makes sense.
Should we like burn down the cottage just to be sure?
Can we investigate the cottage? Is there like a secret basement with a bunch of kids trapped in there or something like
I was
that?
just about to say some
Before we
poor
set it
fool's
on
gonna like
fire.
rent the
We should
place out, and he's
definitely
just
light
gonna
it
hear a heart beating under his floorboards.
I think there was a good investigation roll earlier. That's why I just gave you all the magic
Okay.
item stuff. So
Got it.
you found all her nooks and crannies and everything.
That's what she
Okay.
said.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
If I am I correct in assuming that not only using these items curses you? Like you can have them, but not.
You can
be
have them
cursed?
on you, but if you attune to these, then that's when you get cursed.
I see. Well, do we keep them as a party
I
in
think they're-
character?
Sorry, I didn't spell out if they require attunement or not. I think other than the dagger, that one you might be able to just use. We'll just say all of them require attunement.
I mean, I
Okay.
don't see why not. Like, I don't have
Keeping
a problem
them?
keeping them. Yeah, but then also, somebody could just be like, I'm gonna use this, and then it becomes a problem.
Should we destroy them?
It belongs in a museum. But
Well,
You
I'm
know-
gonna
In a
take out one
museum,
of
they
them
would come and
because
steal it.
one of them's gone, so I'm deleting that.
That's fair.
You know, I would say we shouldn't use them, but we are currently talking to a lot of people, and sometimes we need to sweeten the deal. And maybe if they know what it does, maybe that's still within something they want or something they're willing to use. So I'm not saying lie to them and say it works, but maybe like, hey, we have this. Maybe you could use it. It does come with this, just as a heads up.
Yeah. At the very least, you know, it's in our hands rather than like somebody else stumbling upon it.
Right.
Also, we should just give Flash Ironpan that pendant of false promises. Here, buddy, it's a peace offering. And then over time, we drive him mad.
No, because then even if he's not the one sending the things, he will be the one sending the things after us.
Okay, no, fair point.
Anything else you guys want to do here before you make your way back into town?
I think we should set the hut on fire. Just get rid of it.
I'm
Cool.
not against that, to
I'm
be
alright
totally
with
honest.
this, too.
I cast Bonfire at 20th level.
Oh, actually, I'll give you one more thing, just because I thought of it just now, and I think it would be nice to add for flavor. Yeah, you see underneath the floorboards, if you kind of like really start to look underneath, there are a pair of giant chicken legs underneath, so it looks like this thing could potentially
Yeah.
move.
Baba Yaga.
Never mind, guys.
It's a
We've got a
Baba
new
Yaga.
we've got a new moving house.
It's too late.
It's
flames
too
are already
late. We
drawn.
started drawing the fire.
You hear the like, bark, bark, bark.
Yeah, does it get up and panic?
It smells delicious, though.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a creature in that, but it's extremely susceptible to fire damage. So you kill it.
Oh my
You
god.
kill it, and it does not have the ability to scream. It dies in
Oh.
silent agony.
Like in
It has-
space.
What the fuck?
I have no mouth and,
And
I
look,
must scream. The Baba Yaga
because-
story.
And look, it's gonna come out of the chimney because there's smoke happening. Wow.
This is the worst arson we've ever committed.
Right.
I can't believe we missed those giant chicken legs underneath the underneath the house.
We should have known when the house had like, I forgot the name of the character, Pee Wee Herman, like smiley faces on the windows. Hey guys, I'm a house. Oh no. I do think, to Artem's earlier point, I think Audra might hold on to the broom just for like there may be a utility purpose later, like should she need to do it, because I can like use dispel magic to. You know what I mean? Like, if there's an emergency situation where I need to fly somewhere, I could do it and do so avoiding the curse with a spell slot, you know?
Yeah.
If we use that, think about it though. We're like a fifth away from starting up our own like Fast and Furious franchise with brooms.
Alright, Richard will take 5 of the brooms.
There's only one broom.
We'll
Then
we'll
it's-
take...
then
we'll
it's-
multiply
Family.
it.
This
Then it's
isn't
in the
Tears of the
Speed
Kingdom. You
franchise.
can't easily duplicate your items.
I want to glue
Damn.
a fan to the broom.
We need to get Keanu Reeves onto the broom to disarm it before it hits.
But does anybody have
so
any
I think
objection
you-
to that? To Audra holding on to that?
I mean, that's
No.
the least likely one that'll hurt you. I mean, unless you like fly into a wall by accident. So I mean,
I was going to say, her first time on it ain't going to be smooth.
Yeah, I think I would just roll like a D8 or something to see like what direction is it going in, and then is it up or down or whatever. So
one time when I was a kid, my dad got one of those motorized scooters. Like it was like when they first started coming out, and I was on it, and it got stuck in fast mode, and I ran into a car.
Oh no.
oof.
Like a parked car?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I ran away. So it was a hit and run.
Hit and run? Oh my god, you're a
One
criminal.
of my favorites is, you ever see that video? It's like a little French bulldog in one of those cars, and it revs up and just goes back on its hind wheels, and the dog's just like, "Brr!" It like flips off behind it.
No.
This little Frenchie. Oh, it's so funny. Anyways,
So
I can't
I
remember.
think it. I think you guys left in the morning, and you guys kind of trekked all through like until late into the evening is when this happens. So we're at nighttime now, and if you guys want to head back the way you came, if you want to go overnight, you potentially can to get back around midday, or if you want to stop and rest somewhere in the swamp, you could do that. What do you guys want to do?
At this juncture, I'm not against resting.
I would say we have a small child with us, so
Oh,
like,
that's true. That's true. The baby carrot.
yeah,
The what?
maybe.
There's
like-
uh,
It was
There's
it was an
the-
orange swaddled baby that I doodled that looked like a carrot.
well, it wasn't
Oh.
a baby; it was like a 5-year-old or something. But still, yeah,
This
It,
baby.
did,
Same thing.
it looked like a baby carrot.
it does look like a baby carrot in the drawing.
I'm gonna build us a little shelter here.
After you burn down the last one.
Boy, if only we had a house.
God damn it.
I don't know what you're talking
Could have
about.
had the
What
house walk you home.
Oh man.
Um.
You
Alrighty.
know,
Yeah, with a 22 survival, you're able to make up some shelter with all the materials you got and stuff.
crash for the night, guys.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take the last or the first watch,
Okay.
and I'm like a-okay.
Does anybody have anything they want to RP out during the long rest, or do we just want to skip forward to the next day?
I have something I want to do.
Okay.
I'd like Anwar to go speak to Rain at some point when we're kind of all mellowed
Okay.
out and relaxed.
I imagine at some point Audra is no longer big. We're down.
That's where you're
Big
wrong.
sleep. Big sleep.
Big
sleep.
All right, so yeah, things start to kind of wind down and stuff. People naturally take their watches because there's dick monsters and things like that out in these swamps.
There
You
are
never
tick
know
monsters.
you never know what's going to be around these parts. But eventually, Anwar does have a time to speak to Rain.
Rain, you got a minute?
Yes.
So, I apologize it's taken this long, but as a part of our journey, I have been outfitting our team with little, well, they're tests for things that I think could go on a larger scale, but I like to think of them as gifts, artificer inventions to go around to balance out our team and make us function a little better. But I've had a real hard time designing one for you, seeing as you're probably the most versatile of all of us when it
Oh.
comes to your power. But I did come up with something. So when we were in the Feywild, I came across some kind of exotic energy source. I'm not entirely sure how it works. Fey stuff is, well, complicated
Yes, incredibly.
and unpredictable. I was able to move its essence into something more usable and get its random reactions from 99 down to just 4. But I think it might be, if I were to give this to anyone, I think it makes the most sense that I would give it to you.
Oh.
And I don't have anything typed out right now, but he's going to hand you a bracelet, kind of like a little leather clasp, and then on the end of it is a bell, like a small bell that goes around an animal's neck. When you ring this bell and speak the phrase, one of 4 things will happen. I don't know how to control it, and I don't necessarily know what will happen. But I think if there's one person I could trust you with this device, it would be you. So,
Thank you. What are the effects that can happen if you know?
I do. And you will be given, what did I call it? Clementine's bell.
Aw.
And when you ring the bell, you cast Nethair's Mischief,
Okay.
which has a random 1 in 4 effect of occurring.
Oh.
It is the definition of situational. Not situational and bad. In situational as in you create a new situation when you use this spell.
So it's the beans all over again.
It's the beans, baby. We're back on the beans.
Full circle.
Yo,
But,
Nethair
like,
was just out there
less of a
gaslighting people.
chance
What is this
of
spell
death
about?
with this.
Well,
You right.
I
Does it-
don't think you can pick and choose friendly targets. I
okay.
think it just happens. But like they're not going to explode necessarily. But I can read them off, or you can read them off, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so it's a 1d4. One is a smell of apple pie fills the air, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you until the start of your next turn. Fun. Number 2 is bouquets of flowers appear all around, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the start of your next turn as the flowers spray water in their faces. 3 is each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction. And 4 is drops of molasses appear and hover in the cube, turning it into difficult terrain until the start of your next turn. This is awesome.
So it is a 10-foot square, which means it's 4 creatures, right? So it's not huge.
Is
But
it a
the-
10-foot? The spell says 20.
I'm 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
So 20-foot cube. So okay, so that's a lot of things. But
Up to 16 regular sized.
yes.
God.
Probably
but
not
it
going to
just-
be that many clumped together unless you're fighting armies or something, but still.
In
Well,
which case,
boy,
it's
if we-
awesome.
if-
Good
we come up
crowd
against
control, yeah.
But it does
Apple pie,
not-
that army.
distinguish between friend or foe. And Richard, did we say we could do this once per day or 3 times per day? This was supposed to match the
Yeah, I think everyone else has a 3 times per day thing.
the whirlwind shield, the grappling hook, the gamma gauntlets, and now Clementine's bell.
So this is a 3 charges per day?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it require attunement?
I would say for this, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Is that big?
It pretty good. It's
Yeah.
like it's definitely like
It's not
oh,
nothing.
good luck.
So,
But I at least get to choose the 20-foot cube, so I can at least aim it.
You can aim it, but then you just like, I don't know what's going to happen!
You can aim it and then you can move it 10 feet and then it changes effects.
Okay.
Oh. Is it
At the
concentrate?
start-
Yeah, okay.
It is concentration. At the start of each of your turns, you can move the cube up to 10 feet and re-roll the table.
Okay.
And none of the things last for a very long time. It's basically everything's one turn.
Yeah.
So this makes
Alright.
us what? Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Nightcrawler, and Scarlet Witch. is that who we are?
Or Doctor
know.
Strange, yeah.
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 All right. That's.
I really love-
honestly, that sounds like a rad team.
I really love it when like the magic they use in the movies is like weird. You know, like
Yeah.
sure beams are cool, but like make a billion butterflies appear and swarm their eyes. That sounds awesome. That's like way more
Yeah.
interesting to look at.
Yeah. Also, out of context, just the phrase. I mean, sure, beans are cool is hilarious. Oh man.
But yeah, that is to match Rain's Fey-like origins. So
Yeah.
and
This
as
is
Anwar hands it to you, he's like, "Please, I'm fairly sure it's only these 4, based on my testing. I really
Right.
hope it's not that one. We'll be fine.
Is that... Should I be worried?
Yes, Always.
Right.
That's on Anwar's motto. Just always be worried.
With knowledge comes fear.
Alrighty. Anybody else doing anything while we rest up before heading back into town?
I suppose overnight is not enough time to make three suits of armor, so no.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I know that originally Audra was going to be away for that. I don't know where we'll fit that in. It'll fit in somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I think you and I landed on. It's not that I'm gonna make it from scratch, but I'm gonna just augment some existing ones. That way, rules is written. It's not literally months of in-game time.
Right. Alrighty. So you wake up early the next day, and I assume you head back to Riverbed, or do you just head straight over to Kami House?
Let's definitely get this kid back to Riverbed.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
in addition to that, I think we probably need to have a chat with Caleb and at least be like, hey man, nobody's watching the gates? Nobody's paying attention to who's coming in and who's leaving? That's concerning. Because this happened. Maybe we could set something up.
Chimera would like to speak to the manager.
I mean, kind of. I'm gonna cut my hair for this.
So,
Oh no.
it takes you like a full day of travel. You're gonna have to like carry the kid for parts because they're just not gonna be able to keep up with that. It's gonna be more than 8 hours of travel, so I'm gonna need a con save from everybody if you're trying to get into town by the following evening around dinner time ish. Just to
Okay.
see.
You said con?
Yeah, just for exhaustion.
Sure.
What?
I'm tired.
You know, the bigger they are, the harder they are to move. So,
they say.
yeah.
That's the spirit.
Audra with all of her, big heavy metal plate and everything. You take a point of exhaustion by the time you get back into Riverbed. But you guys do get there by the following day, and you are already 1 week away, 6 days away from the Fort Moultrie raid. So when you get into Riverbed, you are able to drop the kid off. They thank you very much. They offer you 6 gold. That's all they got.
No, they can keep that.
Yeah.
Aw.
We
Well,
also have this nice dagger.
They offer you a nice. They offer you a nice baked pie if you'd like that.
Take that.
Oh, 1 second.
What kind of pie? Hold on. Wait.
It's an apple pie.
Yes.
I trust the apple pie.
Hold on. Who made this pie?
Actually, wait, no. Given
Achilles
all
immediately eats it.
no, it's
It would be Lila,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Please,
it's an
Mom?
apple pie. You rolling insight on the pie or insight on the person offering you the pie?
A little of both.
Yeah. I guess inspecting the pie would be investigation. Inciting the person giving it to you.
I am interrogating the pie.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted.
It's no nefarious things here. It's the person's actual parent. They want to offer you something if you want to accept their gold. They're like, please take some kind of sweet treat or something. They want
Yeah,
to give
pie
you
sounds
something.
amazing. Damn, I could really mess up an apple pie right now. That actually sounds really good.
So they do that. Chimera, did you want to go have a talk with Caleb?
If I could.
Yeah. So, if you go in there kind of asking some of those things about like, hey, what's going on with the gates, things like that, he'd be like, oh, it's all this thing. Like, there's all this controversy around people want the walls, people don't want the walls. People see the walls as like symbolism of the Empire. We didn't used to have walls, now we do. The compromise was we'd leave the gates open. People didn't want like, ever watchful eye over the gates or whatever. Like, we would only shut them if there was like impending attack or something. So that's the compromise people came to. Are you saying that you want so you want people to be guarding the gates and stuff because you're gonna get the more freedom fighter anti-empire people on my ass about it? I mean, which I'll take your opinion. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that a child, not like an infant, but like a whole child, was smuggled out of the city in broad daylight. So I would rather something be in place than not.
I mean, do you just want things to go back to the way the Empire was doing, where everybody's got to check papers going in and out? Because I don't think people are going to go for that.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but also, this is your city, Caleb.
And I mean,
well, I mean, it's everybody's city. I'm just kind of helping strike the
Caleb.
balance with everybody.
Who's in charge here?
I mean, I am to a degree, but they do this whole thing of like, the chief is accountable to the people, so it's kind of we're collectively in charge so long as I'm doing something that makes everybody... Listen, I didn't... I mean, if you want to humor you, I'll go ahead and put up some rules. People aren't going to be happy about it.
No, just let more people be whisked away out into the swamps. Into the questionable swamps.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what happened more before the Empire came in here.
well, I mean, gates don't equal empire. We have a town. We need to keep it safe. That ain't.
Maybe like somewhere between open doors and tyrannical rule. Somewhere on that spectrum. Just
Yeah.
Could the city itself not provide some papers that are not terribly an inconvenience to obtain? Just some sort of proof of residency, or...
I guess he's gonna like call over some advisors and be like, can you look into some kind of paper thing that isn't gonna piss people off too much and doesn't look too imperial? And they're like, yeah, I can try to draw something up. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna do the best I can. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what to tell you. It's not going to be too popular with some of these folks. There's probably going to be all sorts of people coming in complaining about it, but
well,
I get that you want to protect people and all, but like for those of us who grew up outside the wall, I mean, like kids just learned where to be safe,
Probably thought that they were safe in town, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't live here, so do as you will, I suppose.
We're just coming off of rescuing a kid from a bog witch who just wandered into town and grabbed someone, so...
In broad daylight, next to the stole.
You think a gate's gonna stop a witch from being able to do that?
I think it would have been a pretty decent deterrent. I don't think she's been in town before, has she? She's been pretty much isolated to the bog this whole time.
The Empire did seem to be good at keeping out some evil forces like witches and stuff.
Well, I mean, I think an important part of it, right, is making sure the security of this town is built out of people in the town. It's not.
Jesus
a
Christ!
force.
I scrolled out and Ember's like massive in the right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
What the fuck? I was like, let me scroll out. Oh God.
It's like it shouldn't be a scary force that is like constantly here. It's our townsmen, our security.
Yeah, it's the ever going balance. Security and people off my back, and we'll see. Maybe we'll just have some barbarians patrolling around, making sure everything's on the up and up. I don't know. Well, we'll see what we can do about these papers things here. And I mean, you guys basically got me the position, so I'm taking your advice into account. I'll do what I can.
Well, with that said, shall we head south?
Hell yeah.
Well, it was good seeing you, Hunter.
Yeah, take care, Paul.
So yeah, we'll with that, we're already back over to another evening. Do you want to just head out, shortly after having a supper and stuff like that, and just trek out towards the night, or do you just want to spend the night and then hit the road early in the morning?
Let's push it. Let me keep gambling more exhaustion. Let's go.
I think
you
we can
already are exhausted.
Yeah.
we can head out in the morning. That's fine because we got a long road ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Are we taking the river down, or are we? Because that would expedite the process, right? Are there a lot of riverboats that go down? Like, at least crab claws?
Yeah. At this point, yeah, you could totally take a boat without much issue. I mean, you're gonna eventually kind of pass Crab Claw, but it's probably fine.
Are there? Sorry, go ahead.
No. You finish your string first. I'll go after you.
I was going to say, are there? I know we're on semi good terms with the Silverbeards. Are there trade or vessels that go from Riverbed to the mines there?
There absolutely are. Yeah. Did you want to go through there first and then stop over at Kami House and just kind of bypass the
Oh, right, we're going to
go
Kami
around
House
the
first.
orange line thing? There's Kami
Never mind.
House, and you guys want to stop by Inger's as well.
Let's do those things first. We gotta get
Are you
those
sure?
ducks in a row first. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and before you leave, yeah, Hunter, I think you have some stuff to pick up. I think they said it'd be about a day.
That was here. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so you can pick up your studded leather with the really nice lining in there that basically has a bag of holding inside pocket kind of thing.
Magic pocket armor. Hell yeah. Alright, now I need to figure out. Work with the page. Thank you.
Yep. So yeah, you've got the magic thing that's also studded leather, so you can make it look however you want. How does Hunter make it look?
Right, because it's the
It's the glamored
it's the
studded
glamored-
leather, yeah.
oh man. I think he's going to make it look like some leather trousers with like a nice flight jacket.
Nice. Alrighty, so he goes ahead and does that. Did you want to take the river up a ways and then kind of hop off to get to Kami House? That might save you a little bit of time.
Yeah, if it saves time.
Okay. So you can go ahead and do that. Did you want to do that early morning, or did you want to do that kind of overnight, like take the ship kind of and then head over? It's up to you guys.
I'm a little
Let's-
concerned going anywhere by riverboat overnight and sleeping and then having somebody like come and attack us via water. Is that
Good.
just
That is
me?
a solid point.
There was another campaign where somebody had a goddamn freaking like crab tank that could walk underwater. I don't want to deal with it.
It's a fair point. You could just stick to the roads you know. You've gone by land to and from Kami House tons of times.
Y'all want to walk or do you want to take the boat? And more importantly, do you want to take the boat like whenevs or particularly overnight? I don't think it matters ultimately, but also it might.
We are coming up the last week before the invasion, so I would say let's pick up the
It
pace
means
a
Yeah.
little bit.
That's fair.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, overnight's fine.
Okay. So instead of like taking until about midday to get there, I'd say that it takes maybe like towards the morning. So you kind of spend a little bit of time and then you keep on going. If that's the case, I'm gonna need another set of con saves. Because you can get a little bit of rest while you're on the river, but I wouldn't say a full night's rest. Ooh.
Man, guys, I was kidding.
Oh my god, that's 2 nat 1s?
Yeah.
Guess what now?
Well, hell yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
switch
wow,
that 1 to a
that
20.
Fucking hurt.
And a dirty 20 for Audra.
I'm still fucked, but that's it's fine.
Okay.
Maybe my heavy armor just braces me on the boat.
Yeah, Hunter, maybe it was all of your like scouting ahead and moving a lot while you were in the swamp and everything else. Eventually it caught up to you. And by the time that you are kind of on the boat, you kind of, now that you're finally still, you kind of start drifting a little bit. And then you like have one of those accidental naps. And then when you wake up, you're all groggy. And so
Just
you're at a
feel like
point of
trash.
exhaustion by the time that you get over.
Man.
But you're able to get over to Kami House. We'll say around 9:30 in the morning. So you guys are a bit. Two of you are exhausted. All of you are tired to some degree. And you pull up. What do you guys do when you're approaching Kami House?
Oh god, I probably go knock on the door. I know it's my house, but I haven't been living there.
All right, you go up and knock on the door, and I'm gonna roll odds evens here. Little Jeff opens the door. He's like, "Mommy!" And he's gonna run up and hug you.
Hello, my love. How are you?
I'm good. Dad's out hunting at the moment.
Oh, you're not here alone, are you? Is your sister home?
No, she went over to Inger's place.
Well, isn't that just fun? Have you had a good day here all by yourself?
I just woke up a little bit ago. I'm having some salted meats for breakfast.
Wonderful. Would you care if we joined you, my love?
Care if I... What?
We're coming
that's-
inside.
Oh, okay.
That's a great couch. Is that a new couch? I'm gonna just lay
Somebody
down.
had to repair it because what's his face fucking broke it.
Yeah, low Paul, like, yeah.
Jeff is going to like kind of scamper over, hop up onto the like I guess there's like a bench with the dining table or whatever. He's gonna hop up and kind of be on his knees, just kind of on the bench, and he's just eating.
Hanging out with his iPad, eating breakfast, you know.
Playing Fruit Ninja.
I'll offer to make everybody like a hot meal despite exhaustion.
All right.
Alrighty.
Any assistance with that, Cammy?
Do you cook?
I cook weapons.
Sure, darling. Come into the kitchen. We're gonna cook breakfast with Audra, and we're gonna see how good Audra does. And it's not like no, that's wrong, fix it, but like gentle suggestions should anything be strange.
Well, I forge with metal. It can't be that hard to forge with things like salt and sugar, right?
Those things burn, pretty spectacularly. So, sometimes you just gotta be careful. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you go through kind of perusing your own kitchen. You find eggs of various sizes, apparently from different birds, and you got an assortment of veggies, particularly let's see, I'd say like carrots, potatoes, things like that. You got some things like that, and definitely a assortment, probably like a fair amount of elk meat.
I wanted to roll an attack roll
That's quite a bit salted
I wanted
and,
to roll an
and
attack
dried
roll.
out and stuff.
to see if like cracking the egg of Audrey just like just destroyed it. You know what I mean? Like not gently enough. But I feel like with a 7, that was okay.
Yeah, with a 7, that's a nice little
Yeah.
little tap. It's actually that tap where it's nearly there and it's not quite. So you just kind of have to break the rest with your thumb. Just like not quite.
And Rich,
But yeah.
what role would you like for the overall?
What I
Same
always
here.
do for food is performance for the
Oh right, presentation or whatever.
for the presentation, and then gosh, what did we do for the actual cooking?
Was it survival?
I think it was cooking, like it's a tool set
Okay.
for cooking utensils. So if nobody's proficient with that, then you just roll
Flat
a
20?
standard.
All right. They're both
I-
20 for me anyway, so.
Okay.
So we'll do what it looks like and how good it tastes. Oh boy. It looks
Reroll that
atrocious.
one. To use.
I like
You,
I like the idea that you're using luck in instances of cooking. That's
th-
hilarious.
th- this
to me.
this isn't even a case of you using superpowers. You just
This is
noticed
just
that she was just
intervening.
about to burn something. Like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
This is just straight up intervening.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it looks like a 12, so I guess it looks okay, but it tastes like a 4. So Audrey's like, "Oh, I must
That's
have
some
done
dubious
yeah.
food.
I must have done sugar instead of salt." Enjoy, everyone.
It happens. Everything's fine.
But in any case, people are able to eat for a bit until eventually you see walking in with a big old deer pelt, good old Gregor kind of coming through, and he looks a bit surprised, like, "Oh, Chimera, you're here. Welcome back, finally. Gosh, where you been?"
Going up north, surviving assassination attempts, seeing dragons, coming back, saving children. You know.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, if you don't want to tell me what you've been doing, that's fine. What brings you here? Besides, your kids.
They're your kids too.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Okay. Actually, I was kind of hoping that Kion was here.
No, she went out early this morning. She went up to Inger's place for some reason.
Has she been acting weird?
I mean, every
Beyond-
day?
Are you saying that like in terms of like she's a teenage girl and things are weird? Or are you saying that she's like a teenage girl that's
Yeah, she's a
crazy
teenage girl with
experiments
she's a teenage girl with
done on her?
freaking tentacles, and yeah, I don't know how to understand her. So everything she does is weird to me. So I don't know.
And I don't suppose you've tried talking to her.
I've tried some. Like, I don't know. She kind of like is like non. She doesn't respond the way I'd expect she would sometimes. So like I get that there's like stuff she's going on with her. She was kind of pleasant this morning though. It was kind of nice actually. She was pleasant before she was on her way out.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we are kind of on our way to like go do like another super important like milestone thing in this whole thing. I don't want to go into detail. Don't trust you. I can throw you. But within a week things are happening and we have to prepare for that. But after that, hopefully I should be back. Are you good staying here?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate having the place. Don't have anywhere else to go at the moment, and the boy seems to be liking it just fine. Kion is Kion, and she seems like she's kind of miserable wherever she is, but,
Are you two getting along? Not you and Kion, but you and Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, we're getting along great, isn't that right, kid? He's like, yeah, that's fun. He's teaching me how to shoot.
Well, that's good. Good. Lovely.
Yeah, yesterday he taught me how to skin a rabbit.
Oh, and how did that go?
It was messy.
No nicked fingers, right? Everything's okay?
No nicked fingers, but I did cut one a little bit.
Oh. You washed it, right? Like, you cleaned it? You, like...
It
Gregor, you
scabbed
cleaned
over
his-
real good.
Gregor, did you clean his hands afterwards?
Yeah, he like rinsed it off in the stream.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Quick, someone cast remove poison.
Like,
Remove-
in theory, totally, like, sure, but like with these like with the luck of these kids. Great. In that case, I don't think we'll stay in your hair for too terribly long. I think we are going to go see Keone at Inga's then, perhaps.
Okay. Well, it was good seeing you. I guess we'll see you for another 15 minutes at some other point.
That's rich coming from you. Have a good day.
The door slams and Hunter like, huh? Oh,
We're all
yeah,
gone.
you
We
just
all
look
left.
at Gregor and Jeff that are like, you're the only one still here. Everyone else is left, and just like, can we help you?
I should go. Nice couch.
Alrighty. And you all exit out. Luckily, Inger's is only like half a mile away or something like that, or 1 or 2
Yeah,
miles
it's
away.
close.
It's not very far. Any talking that you do heading up to Inger's, anything like that?
Can I walk up to Kamira?
Oh, and also just to recap, just because I know it's been a while, just so people remember, you guys did a ritual for. You had like an option of like, how do we want to try to fix Keone? You ended up going kind of like a faster route, but not a full like deep dive
Oh.
blood ritual thing like you did for Hunter.
Mhm.
And she was mostly fixed, but you did, besides the tentacles, she seemed to regain about 90% of her memories, but there were some things that seemed missing every once in a while, and just kind of over studying her for a longer period of time, it seems like her mind just works a bit differently now.
Yeah.
She's less charismatic, doesn't seem to have quite as much wisdom, much more intelligence based. And I think the last time either you saw her or Inger talked about her, I can't remember which, she seemed like she had gotten really accustomed to her tentacles. Like she was pretty much Doc Ocking it. Like she would just be like walking around reading a book, and the tentacles were like grabbing coffee and doing all the stuff for her and things like that.
Mhm.
So, but she's always seemed to be a bit aloof, and since that moment, it's been hard to tell like how much is it that she's changed, and how much is like she was super traumatized and she's still like dealing with that.
Mhm.
So just wanted to recap that because we haven't explored that part in quite a long time. In any case, so I'm sorry, I think I interrupted something. What are people doing right now?
Nah, well, we were walking south. Anwar just wanted to go up. So, co-parenting, huh?
Oh no, she said, yes, I suppose. I'm not happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he shouldn't have been home alone. I mean, he's old enough, but I would like if he wasn't home alone, and probably the more responsible of the bunch decided that he was no longer going to be a part of the unit without any like discussion. And maybe that's Sydney's fault for assuming that we would have like talked something out like outside of like screen time, so there wasn't like 45 minutes of relationship woes. But like I feel like I'm kind of shouldering a lot of the choices. I don't know. Sorry, how are you?
Yeah, co-parenting's crazy, huh?
Yep. It
Just gonna
is.
keep walking.
Anybody else got anything that
Like
they're
I want to
talking
say
about
like
along the way? Hey there, Sydney.
I want to
Uh-oh.
say.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's definitely frozen.
I really liked the black box and then like green and then green and then
Man, it's artsy.
It just looks the same to me. I guess it's just frozen on.
it was just the like how
There it
the
is.
little
Yep.
thing around it was coming up.
no.
Hello, Sid.
Hello.
What were you saying?
Oh, just like chasing after Anwar, but just being like, so, hypothetically, if you had, like, you were taking care of a small child and they skin their finger while skinning a rabbit, what would you do, Anwar? What would your thought process be? Like, just trying
Oh
to
no,
somebody's honor.
my suit is malfunctioning.
Better pour some
I
whiskey.
can't control this.
Better pour some whiskey on it. You don't want it to get infected.
I mean, that would hurt him, but yeah. Like, at a minimum, I would assume.
Honor did that on purpose.
He just left. He just left.
As you approach Inger's place, you hear drumming, very much in that same kind of rhythmic pattern that the drumming happens when you guys have done your rituals in the past.
Oh no, what if alternate Keon has moved in and is trying to expel primary Keon?
That would be bad. That'd be bad,
Fuck.
right? That's bad?
I think
Good?
that's bad.
Bad. Oh, bad. I agree. Bad.
I pick up my pace.
All right, you pick up your pace, start running over. You've always done your rituals kind of in the backyard area, and as you get closer, it sounds like it's coming from the backyard area. It's not coming from inside the Inger's house.
Oh, I go.
Go rush over. Is anybody else rushing over? Or they're like, we'll catch up to her.
I'll go.
Absolutely
we can-
getting a haircut for this one.
So you rush over and you see Keon laying down in the center of this kind of patio area, in the kind of same position you guys have been in when you're just kind of been in that trance doing a thing. Her tentacles are all spread out, her arms and legs are spread out, so it's kind of like eight different limbs kind of all spread around. There's like a circle of all sorts of different herbs and whatever, like the same kind of like salts, whatever kind of stuff that has been the same ritual before. Sorsha is doing the drumming and reciting some enchantments and incantations. And then Inger seems to be there as well, sitting in kind of an outdoor rocking chair, just kind of supervising the whole thing. And that is what you witness when you look over. I take it that you make yourself, like, you're not hiding or anything when you run over.
No, I'm marching straight up to that manager.
So Inger is looking over. She's like, "Come here."
I whisper yell as I like power walk. Like, what the fuck is happening? What is she doing?
She's a trained professional.
Yeah.
She's not a trained professional. She was literally learning how to do this like a month ago.
Yes, this is her first test.
On my daughter?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
she
either
came
going
up,
to be
she-
your daughter or
she-
my
she-
uncle.
I know that she's been a bit resistant in the past, but today she was feeling that she had a breakthrough and she wanted to finally get some real work done. So she came to me, and gosh, she had such a determination in her eyes. I couldn't say no to her, so we felt this was the perfect time for Sorsha to do her first real one.
I suppose it's conveniently too late to stop it.
Why would you want to stop it? She's figuring herself out. She's figuring her mind out. I don't understand. Why would you want to stop it?
I give her a brief rundown of the timey-wimey bullshit I've involved myself in.
She's like, oh my god, I didn't know. I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
There's- Trying to keep that one close to the vest.
She's just whispering over to Sorsha. Sorsha, keep going. Just, we're gonna be doing something on the side over here, but just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep the ritual going. We cannot stop, otherwise potentially terrible things can happen to her mind. So just please keep going. She's gonna be like, all right, everybody, gather around here. This is gonna be a variation that I've not really done before, but I've heard about it being done. We can't stop the ritual, but we can join you to the ritual if you want to do that. I mean, you could potentially stop the ritual, but what could happen to him? It could be catastrophic, and we don't know what would come out on the other side. But if you want, you can get in there and maybe help correct things. I'm so sorry. If I only knew.
Well, I don't know which one of her initiated this. Obviously, if it was the right one, that's great. But if it was the wrong one, that might be a problem.
I'm so sorry, child. I don't
No.
know which one it was. I can only offer my insights as to her demeanor today. But other than that, I don't know.
Shit.
We don't really have any choice, right?
Oh, Anwar, you're back.
We need to jack in.
God damn it.
I suppose he's right, though. If you're worried about what's going on in there, we can help, right?
I just want to know which one is doing this. Or if it's the other one doing it, if it was a agreed upon thing and she's not being taken over by force.
The only way to truly get inside her head is to get inside her head.
Great. Yep, let's go. Oh, I'll go. I don't care. I mean, I can, but I'm so.
If you want to just let her be, it is her mind, her body. But if it's an alternate time, the whole autonomy thing gets a bit tricky, I suppose. So I guess you just have to decide. Do you want to intervene or let her work herself out?
I mean, I don't want alternate timeline to like take over by force. But also, goddamn, it's been a week. It's been a week, and they moved this fast. Fuck. Shit. Yeah.
Honestly, I thought this was going to be an easy one, because she's already had so much work done.
No, I would like to at least check in. I'd like to know for sure.
Okay, alright, everyone, gather round. This may be a bit taxing for me, but that's okay.
Oh god, I'm gonna kill me.
Alright, everybody, it's all five of you?
Can you handle this? If this is gonna hurt you, we can sit it out.
I mean, I'll do what needs to be done. Don't worry about me.
I'm gonna
Insight
worry about
check.
you.
Insight check.
Go for it.
God damn it.
Okay. Your insight is mostly based off the fact that you saw how much this is taken out of her before, and this sounds like a much more complex ritual all of a sudden because you're like inceptioning someone. So there could be a risk to her. There's a reason why you're trying to train up someone new to do this.
I
But
would like to.
she sounds
help her.
determined to be like I would say with the 13, you also see that she feels really guilty that she didn't see that there might have been something up, and she's like, I want to fix this.
I would like to assist her before I go in.
Okay, how would you like to do that?
This ritual, this is based off her experience, her wisdom, correct?
Yep.
I'm not sure how to flavor this, but science as science does. Anwar's gonna like set up a little beacon there next to Inger that kind of helps her channel the magic.
Okay, I would also just say it might be her constitution, really, to see if she can withstand the energy it takes to perform this ritual.
Oh, Constitution I can actually help with. Anwar's going to use Enhance ability on her. It lasts for an hour.
Okay.
And I will use, if this is a Constitution, she now has advantage on Constitution checks and gets 2d6 temporary hit points.
All right.
And this is just like probably like a little power pack he's going to put on her somewhere. It's like, this will help stabilize you and keep you going. If there's anything else we can do, let us know. But it should make the difference, hopefully.
Thank you.
It should help.
All right, so it gives the temp HP and advantage on that. Okay, that advantage on Constitution could very well help. Alrighty, so with that,
A shot of adrenaline.
all right, so with that, you guys kind of get all into a she kind of brings you over to the side into the grass, mossy kind of area, and she's going to perform a ritual. Her incantations, her chants that she does are a little bit different than before. And rather than all in a circle, I think she'll kind of place you angled towards Keone. So everything's going to be a little different. You'll be more like a semicircle, all kind of facing her. And so she'll do all of that, and eventually she'll kind of guide you through this meditation as well, where you kind of sink deep into the earth, and then you're kind of surrounded by pitch blackness, and eventually you find yourself, Chimera. Everybody else is kind of like right behind you, but Chimera, you're out in front. You are inside your old house that you and Keone lived in together in Stem Garden. So you're in that old house, and you kind of have like an upstairs walkway little area till you get to the door to her room, and that's where you are right now.
Really quickly, didn't both of these processes almost kill one of us? Like in doing this?
Yeah. So the kind of damage that you take inside this kind of world can give you psychic damage out in the real world, because your mind can get messed with.
Okay, I feel less guilty because that means she went in solo and we might be helping. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll head to that room.
Okay. You go over and you see that her door is shut.
Is it locked?
You try the doorknob first. You try the doorknob, and it is indeed locked.
I look through the keyhole. Is there a keyhole?
There's not a keyhole here.
I can either kick it in or if somebody can lockpick it, but also I know that the last time we had to open any sort of door, it was sort of hell on earth.
This isn't actually what you see, but this is like the general vibe bringing you back to like being here. You haven't been in the same house as Keone in quite a long time, and you are getting a flood of memories back of like how kind of bad things were for a while right before she left. Like she was getting really angsty. She was like, I want to go do stuff. I want to find my dad. I want to make a difference. I want to do all these things. And you were like, no.
I want to take out my Target gift card and Jimmy the lock open.
No.
Yeah, if you'd like to do that, you can. I would say that there is like a lock mechanism to it. It's just the way that everything's angled. You can't like see through it to the other side.
I think this is my area of expertise, if you don't mind. Hunter takes
Please
out
do,
his,
or I'm gonna tinker with it.
takes out his thieves tools and walks up to the door, and then
You knock on it first.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't knock
you're
on
just
it.
you're just gonna hear her yell out, "Go away! I'm changing.
oh, all right, everything good in there?
Everything's fine."
Wait, changing into what? Changing into what specifically?
Oh yeah, you mean like changing clothes or like changing?
I'm changing! Go away!
All right. Do you know if we have any like lemonade, coffee?
I don't
Anything?
know! Check the kitchen!
All right. Thanks. Yeah, she's in
Like-
there.
But isn't this her crazy dream palace? Like, wouldn't that be her, or is that like not? Open the door.
Miss Chimera, everything here could mean anything. Metaphors are real. She could be changing into a different person for all we know.
I mean, aren't we all
God damn
changing?
it.
Don't we all change?
It's not just puberty and her body's changing. Open the door. Open the door. What?
No.
What?
Now, hold on, Cam. I'm just gonna say, if she's finding peace, and you just kind of slam open the door to her safe space, how do you think that's going to affect the relationship?
Well,
It's
we're in a dark tunnel of her mind right now, so that's kind of where that lives.
It's quite literally already in shambles. Darling, you have 5 seconds to be decent. Open the door.
What? Mom, no!
Mom, yes.
Mom, go away!
Kid, I'm kind of in between the rock and a hard place here. I want to give you your privacy, but I'm also being told to get this door open.
Hunter, I thought we were friends!
Yeah, like I said, rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do here, bud.
Hunter, I thought we went through your fucky little mind palace
I
and did something for you. So open the door.
Yeah, well, the difference was I was trying to get... Those were my doors that I was trying to get through. We're kind of in her space with her doors. You see how that's different?
Whose doors exactly? The alternate dimension doors or the actual doors? Which is what we're trying to find out.
Hey, which reality are you from, bud?
Move out of the way, I'm kicking it in.
Do you kick it in before she has a chance to answer?
I'll give her answer time and either door is getting picked or I'm opening the door.
Sorry, say one more time. I was thinking.
Either-
as well.
I'll wait for an answer, but either Hunter's gonna unlock the door or I'm gonna unlock the door.
Jesus.
You just hear back from her like, I'm in the reality where I'm gonna kick your fucking ass if you try to come in here. Leave me alone. I'll see you later.
Oh yeah, that's open at the door. That's open at the door too.
I'm opening
Is
the
it?
door.
Is it? I don't feel good about this, y'all.
I'm open the door.
Okay, so how do you open the door?
Probably with my foot.
Okay, give me a strength check, please.
Because I don't have lock picks. So this is my lock picking.
This is your tinkering, remember?
Yeah.
Boom, you kick it. It is, well, it seems to be a metaphorical door. It's a little harder than you think. Mom, what are you doing?
It's fine, I can do it too.
Mom, you're acting crazy right now. Go away. Get help. God.
Hey, let's go into the kitchen, grab something to sip on, and kind of think this through. You've been kind of on a hot streak. The whole walk here, you were power walking.
Okay, what did Anwar just do?
I have expertise in all toolkits, so I'll use that to open the door while Hunter's talking about lemonade.
So Hunter's talking with Chimera, and you're kind of starting to do this. Unless you want to do a stealth check, I think it's kind of in plain view for anyone else to see. Does anyone want to try to stop him? Because he is going to effectively get through this door.
Could
I
I
give him
roll an
bardic
insight-
inspiration.
Could I roll an insight into when she told us that, like, with her communicating? Can I tell which kid that is?
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Okay. That is an ability check, so unfortunately I have disadvantage at the moment.
Okay.
Hey, it's the same.
All right, 12. All right. I'd say with a 12, you're unable to tell which one it is. It reminds you of the Kion that you knew before all this, though, when you had a little bit of overlapping resistance time. And so it's really hard to tell which of the new ones it is, because it reminds you more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was a bit angsty and hard to deal with at times when she got mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she wasn't this bad and annoying necessarily, but she had a little bit of
Right.
a streak.
Plus Mind Palace bullshit.
That too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not your mind palace. I think we're interfering with what's going on out there.
We started to interfere the second we came in here.
Gee, I don't think we should have been in here. But I did say that beforehand, so...
Right now, a novice, whatever this mind walker ritual is working, copying over Kion's mind save from another completely different game and
Essentially.
overwriting the Kion we know here.
That's a major assumption. I don't know if
Well-
we know that.
There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out, which is exactly what Inga said.
Alright.
So Anwar, you got the tool for the right job. Are you just doing it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you guys kind of arguing about it for a bit, and then just you get it open. And you push open the door, and then you see, kind of in bed, almost like shivering with the covers on, she's got kind of bad makeup on, and even through that, it looks like she's been having like these bad sweats. It looks like she's on, drugs or something. She seems like really strung out. Her hair is kind of a bit of a mess. And she's just like, "What the hell? Go away! What the?" And looking at her too, she looks a bit younger. She looks like, I think she's Anwar's age, right? Like early 20s. She looks more like 19-ish here. She looks whatever she kind of looked like around the last time you saw her. She looks kind of like that. But she looks extremely unwell while she's in bed. And also, so I should kind of paint you a picture of the room too. The room is very much as you remember it, except for, well, I guess maybe she would have had this. There's like all sorts of posters from various bards and bands that have come into town in the past. So there's kind of posters plastered all over the place. She's just got kind of her single twin-size bed kind of up against a corner, and like a little dresser thing, maybe a little like tiny desk area, not much else, with all sorts of stuff strewn around the place, including makeup, odd things that she's picked up here and there, things like that, and clothes all over the floor.
And does this ring true to my memory of what we experienced, or is this?
I'd say definitely more reminiscent of how she is on a bad day.
Well, I mean, like the posters and the clothes,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the funky makeup. Like, is that like similar to what I remember of her, like in those times? Or is this
I would say no. This seems a bit foreign. This seems like it's a combination of what you recognize and new elements you haven't seen before. That like it doesn't feel like this fits.
I'm going to approach the bed and like put my hand on her head just to
It's
see
kinda
if she's heating up.
It's kind of like if you ever dream about your own house and you get some of the things right, but other things are just totally freaking different.
Like the dinosaur in the living room. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Things like that. All right. So sorry, what did you say? You go over and sit with her?
Yeah, I approach the bed and like put my hand on her head to see if she's like feverish or if she's cold.
Yeah, she's burning up, and she's just like, "I told you to go away."
You're unwell. Why would you lock yourself away and not say anything?
Because I don't want you to see me like this.
I've seen you in far worse conditions, my dear girl.
Yeah,
In
well,
every state.
I was just a little kid then. I'm older. I'm going through some stuff. Okay,
understand.
I'm gonna handle it. I can do it. I can handle it.
I give her some water, like a canteen of water.
Okay. Luckily, because of dream space, you can just kind of. I've
Yep.
got a canteen of water.
I mean, I reckon it would be like something that adventurers carry
Yeah,
around
yeah.
anyway. But like,
Yeah. That's fair. I shouldn't open the door to you guys can just summon anything. So
yeah, don't
you,
do that.
Yeah.
Luck
You've
plays.
you did bring a canteen in with you, kind of on your person, so that's in there. You have your basic inventory. All of you guys do.
And like with my sleeve, I'll like clean up some of the streaky makeup like on her cheek.
Okay.
What happened? Are you sick or did you take something?
Yeah, just sick. Just sick. I was just having been trouble sleeping lately, and no, I haven't taken anything now.
So are we going to play this game or are you going to tell me what's going on?
Play what game? I'm sick, Mom.
I don't think you are, but also... I need to know if you're real.
What the fuck? I'm real. The hell, you don't know your own daughter? I'm real.
Fuck.
Is anybody else doing anything while they're having
Is-
this conversation? Because I think right now it's just a bunch of people standing at the at the hallway or
I
at
mean-
the doorway entrance, like.
I imagine I am just politely waiting because this is like, something you don't want to intrude upon. And I don't necessarily
Yeah.
just go explore Dreamhouse
Okay.
for other risks, I don't want to speak for everyone, but that's where I'm coming from.
Well, I could roll an investigation, but I'm trash at it, plus disadvantage.
I mean, you can always ask somebody because I don't know what you want to investigate for.
Right. I mean, I guess looking for anything out of the ordinary it's a dream state. I don't know. I got nothing.
Right? It's a dream state. We're in somebody
Yeah.
else's mind, not knowing if that's the dreamer or not.
Yeah, in the same vein, I was like, I could try detect magic, but we're in a dream, and I don't know what that means.
What the fuck are you getting at, Mom?
Do you are you... Oh my god. Are you here by choice or are you always here?
Mom, I'm in bed.
Okay, smartass. I got that. Thank you.
Am I here by... Okay, I'm not here by choice because I'm freaking sick right now, and so that's why I'm resting up, and then you coming in here and just like barging in through.
You remember when you started getting sick?
I don't know. I don't know. Lately, I have kind of felt like I'm just being pulled in a lot of different directions, and like at some point, I felt like I just couldn't really sleep anymore, and now I don't know how long that's been now. I've just kind of been in bed trying to sleep, but not being able to sleep.
Could I do an investigation check around the room? See if there's any kind of
Sure, yeah.
drugs. 24.
How invasive do you want to be while doing investigation? Are you like just kind of walking around, just kind of eyeballing things, or are you like going through drawers and stuff?
Yeah, I don't want to be like turning over bits or things like that. Just like
Mhm.
seeing if anything's out or any kind of remnants or like if she's using drugs or things like that, or if there's any kind of other clue, something that doesn't belong there, I guess.
Okay. Without getting too invasive into anything, I think the main thing you see is that amongst all of these posters, a good chunk of you don't recognize all of them because I imagine Anwar like going to the taverns and stuff is not really his thing for the most part, but you recognize some of them, and you notice that a couple posters stand out amongst the others. You see one is a wanted poster of Keone, as like similar to your wanted posters. Like doesn't quite look like her, but you can tell like it's an Imperial wanted poster thing. There's and 24. That's really good. So I'll give you something too. So there's also amongst all the band things, there's also a poster for like an auditorium or sorry, like a battle arena thing. Like, hey, come on down to the battle royale, and it features 2 fighters on it, both of which look like Keone on either side. And then with the 24, what I'll give you is like way deep, like various posters kind of overlap each other, and you kind of notice like way underneath one of them, you notice a banner for the Empire that's like buried deep in there. So those things stand out to you. But as far as drugs and other things like that, without going into anything invasive, I don't think you see anything like that.
She hasn't been able to sleep. She could be trying to push her consciousness over somewhere else and not be getting restful fucking sleep.
Or the other Keon could be locking her in here. Keeping her to
Or
her room.
that.
I got a weird theory. This could be like the subconscious feeling the effects of what's going on in the rest of her subconscious. So like, maybe the answers are elsewhere in the house. Something's going on somewhere in the house that's affecting her. Whatever's happening to her, I don't think we're going to find it here.
No, I don't think so either.
Could I dig out the old Imperial banner poster?
Yeah. So you start touching stuff. So you go over, and once you touch that poster, Anwar vanishes.
Son of a bitch.
Immediately running over to that poster to...
Keone's gonna immediately be like, "What are you guys doing? Get out of my room, guys!"
What just happened?
I'm just gonna hold her hand in
I don't
front of
freaking
her, but not
know you guys are going over and touching my stuff. Get away from my stuff, you freaking assholes! Like, this is my room. So Audra goes over and touches the thing.
No, she's holding her hand right over it, like about to. Letting Keone say her piece first.
Okay.
And, well, if you insist on getting out of your room, she'll touch it. And hopefully.
All right. Yeah. She touches it. Audra also. Boom. Gone.
Oh goodness.
Well, here we go.
Kamira, do you also just go up and touch it?
Yeah, it's like abandoning all of the like, no, let me see if I can't be nice to this figment of my imagination. Here we go.
Okay. What do Hunter and Rain do?
We should follow, right? Right?
Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna let people die in my daughter's mind palace. That'd suck. That'd be real rude of me.
Keone, you know where that goes? I don't want to be in here either. I know none of us are happy about this whole situation. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just kind of stuck here in bed. I don't know. I don't even know why that old Empire poster's in here. I don't know.
Yeah. You do trust that we're all on the same team here, right? Your team.
What? No, I don't know what you're doing here or why.
Oh, I don't know what we're doing here either. I know why is we're trying to help you out there. It's complicated.
Go ahead and roll persuasion on your trying to help her.
Now, I think I get to roll that flat. Let me double check that. Sleight of hand and deception. So
Yeah, not
unfortunately,
persuasion.
I also have to roll that at disadvantage.
No.
21 at disadvantage.
Oh, it's only a 21.
Oh, okay.
She's just gonna say like, all right. I mean, we've been friends for a while. We're part of the resistance together. If you're trying to help me, okay.
I don't suppose anyone else has been through here. Is it just us?
No, I mean, I must be hallucinating because anytime I see anybody else in here, it's me.
Care to elaborate on that?
I don't know, sometimes I have kind of like an out-of-body experience, and I just feel like I'm in other places in the room. Watching me in the bed, and sometimes I see myself walking around in the room. I don't know. Everything is getting so fuzzy. Like I said, like I just feel like my mind's been split in two lately, and at this point, I just want to get to sleep. I just want either one side to win or for them to work it out. I don't know, but oh, my head's been freaking killing me.
I totally get that. The sleeping part definitely get. We're gonna work on that. That whole split minds thing. It might be more real than. Might not just be all in your head. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
I guess we're doing this. Come on, Rain.
All right. You
She's
touch
gonna
the
follow.
Empire poster, and Rain, what do you do?
She's gonna follow and just be like, "Hi, Keon. We don't know each other much, but I'm just going to follow them."
Who the fuck are you?
She just goes.
She seemed to have no memory of you. So you go in there, and then you guys find yourselves in what feels like or what looks like a deep underground dungeon with various jail cells being held. And you see a whole bunch of you see Keon in the big mecha suit with the tentacles and stuff like that. I might have an image of that somewhere around here. But in any case, you see her walking around, or like various soldiers looking identical, all in this kind of Imperial super soldier kind of thing. They don't seem to look at you or really acknowledge you at all. They're just kind of walking around, standing at various posts. And then one cell in particular, each of you kind of teleport in one at a time in the order that you touch the poster. But you see there's a jail cell right in front of you where there is a mind flayer, Octavius, and like all of his tentacles are like bound together and locked up. He's kind of in like kind of a Hannibal Lecter kind of thing where he can't really move and his whole mouth area is contained. And you just hear a message in all of your heads. It just says, "What are you doing down here?"
What are you doing down here?
"I'm trapped. Are you here to free me?"
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so, right? No.
"None of us sent you here."
How did you get here?
"I was imprisoned here by some magical force beyond my knowledge. But it's alright. I'm still right where I need to be. If you would only open the door."
Are the other cells occupied?
You look around and they do not seem occupied. It's just this one cell that seems to be like way down at the end of a long stone hallway.
Are there exit entry doors, or is it just the hallway that we have been deposited in?
I would say it's just this long hallway, and if you look at the far end, you see kind of these super soldiers, Keones, kind of walking. They'll cross from left to right or right to left, and but they don't seem to really acknowledge you. They seem kind of like drones.
I'd like to tap one of them on the shoulder.
You run over and tap one on the shoulder.
It's just a... Pardon me?
You do that. I guess roll for initiative.
What?
Yeah, they're guards.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
punching them. I'm not attacking guards.
Yeah, but from their programming, you went up and you interfered with them, and now one of them's gonna try to attack you. So I want to see if you get a chance to go first before them or not.
I didn't get this. I didn't get the impression we weren't supposed to be here. I didn't think we were like hiding from them.
Yeah, they didn't seem to really bother you at all, but once you went up and started interacting with them, it's kind of like the Royal British Guards. Like,
You grab
They're not
their
gonna-
horse, and then they're like, "Ah!"
yeah, like they're not gonna fuck with you at all, but then the minute you touch them, they're like, stand the fuck back, and they're gonna hit you. So that's why I'm just seeing if they manage to be able to strike a blow. I guess I would just roll to attack and see if they hit you or not.
Sure, do that one.
Let me just look up. Okay. What's your AC?
It is 16.
Okay, that will hit you. Let's see. So they're gonna have like this futuristic sword thing come out and take a swing at you. They're actually gonna take 2 swings, but you'll have a chance to react after that first one. Second one
plus
is
your-
Actually be
second one is a
70.
dirty 20. So we'll just do after the first one. So the first one is going to deal 11 points of damage. What do you do? I know you have a number of reactions available after a first hit. So do you do anything with that?
I'm just gonna try to jump back away from it, so I'll have that damage, I suppose.
Okay, jumping back would be your scout thing where you can move, or
Well, I mean,
you can...
I'm
Okay.
using my reaction to have my damage.
Okay. In that case, then they do that second hit on you, and that's a dirty 20.
So they okay.
And that's another 11
God
slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Do you like they
And
keep pursuing
I'm-
once he's like backed up, or?
I mean,
I-
I'm not fighting them. I definitely like gave a whoa kind of.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's just the end of their turn. Is like they're attacking twice. If you want to use your turn then to like run away, then you could do that if you wanted to.
Definitely back up from that.
Yeah, not really seeming like that was so jarring and surprising to you because that did not seem like Keone at all. That was like pure drone when you went up there. And so you run back over to where everybody else is, and then the other guards just kind of both point their swords at you for a second, see that you've gone away, and then they just kind of go back into formation and start walking their patrol area.
I mean, I'm not attacking them, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I wasn't planning on just on running away.
Okay, so what do you want to do with your turn then?
Are they like attacking or like being like back the fuck up? Because there's a major difference there, and I feel like I'm getting unexpected smoke.
Okay, can I jump in?
Sure.
So if you run back, Anwar's gonna like hold you back and just kind of like cup your mouth for a second to see what they do. And then he's gonna whisper, I think this is Keone's mind. Or drone Keone's mind. When she was used as a puppet for them. I think this is a manifestation of that time where she wasn't herself, but it is still a part of her. And I think we need to be very careful with what we touch or what we interfere with here.
Yeah, apparently.
But the real question is,
What is he doing in here?
what do we do with him?
Yeah, I was gonna ask for like a prisoner manifest. Just see like
Yeah,
when and where. But I guess that's. Do I see a bookshelf?
No, you don't see any of that stuff. You'd have to
Yeah.
go out into the hallway in various other ways.
Even in somebody else's dream, I don't know if I feel comfortable with letting him out in any capacity.
Oh hell no! If we kill him here,
That could harm her mind.
good. When we were inside of Rain's mind, there was certain things we had to do to set them in order,
Right.
resolve the trauma, or bring them along. We could bust him out and bring him with us. But I'm afraid if we kill him, it might be a domino Jenga effect.
Is it just Hunter who he can't read minds or surface thoughts?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So collecting some level of surface thoughts, I imagine as you're speaking, that is a surface thought. So Octavius, or this version of Octavius, is just gonna chime in saying like, yes, you should let me out, because I am, whether you like it or not, a part of who Keone is today. If you were to simply strike me down and cut me out, you might weaken her, and then the other one might take over. Are you ready for that? I am a source of her strength right now. I'm helping save her.
Rain turns to him and be like, or cutting you out would be just what she needs to get better.
Can I insight what he just said?
Yeah,
Please.
depends on what you think is better.
17.
17, trying to insight him. Yeah, it seems like he's trying to convince you that. I mean, how much can you trust an Illithid? Who knows? Like, you get the sense that, of course, he's playing a game to his own advantage, and you definitely get the sense that he would like to regain more power and not be imprisoned deep down inside of her.
That could fucking be
But-
anti-Keone right there, really. And the drones are actual Keone preventing it.
But you do get a sense too, though, that you took some time to kind of analyze her and study her, while she was at Kami House during the time skip and stuff, and you have seen that she does have a certain way with her. She's got some psionic ability she displayed at the egg hunt kind of thing, the capture the
Right.
flag sort of thing.
Right.
She's got the tentacles. It does seem like part of her mind, part of her power does come from this twisted Illithid part of her that's deep down. That you didn't 100% get rid of it. There is still something lurking there. And so he might be telling the truth. That if you cut him out, you might be cutting away some of her power. So if she is in battle with alternative Keone, it might make her weaker.
Miss Chimera, you said that alternate Keone keeps trying to invade her mind.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, our Keone didn't have any mental or psionic resistances prior to being abducted and experimented on.
No.
This might be the reason why she's able to retain what part of her she has left.
Because of
Her
him.
gr- They are proficient in mental awareness and powers. Rain backed me up here. I mean, part of their game is mind games.
It's
And
true.
I imagine that there's some defensive prowess that comes along with it.
No, it makes. I don't like it, mind you, but I know it makes sense.
Killing him might undo everything here, and believe me, I very much don't want to leave the side of Guion. I think we need to investigate the other areas first. Maybe just leave him
Try to, yeah. I was thinking
here
that
for
too.
now.
Is drone Keones marching back and forth is like getting near them triggering anything, like just taking like slow step by step, like testing boundaries? Like do they respond as I get closer?
It definitely once you get like in their way or touching them or anything like that, it seems like that would potentially trigger. But if you get even like if you're like 15, 20 feet away, it doesn't seem to trigger much of a response to them, so long as you're not directly in their path of where they're marching back and forth.
And beyond them is a door?
Not necessarily. It's just maybe I should draw it out. Let's see if I got a scrap piece of
Or a
paper.
wall, I guess? Or Oblivion?
Let's see.
Other Mario 64 poster to warp through.
I'm just gonna draw something.
Because I
up
mean,
for
if
you
there's
guys.
there's nowhere to go, we either attack them or we let him out and kill him, or don't kill him. Oh, I love the paper. I forgot about this.
Okay, so we're just gonna say there's like here's our little bars. So this is kind of jail area right in here, and then there's a long hallway, and then let's go back to here. Unless you want to get really up close and potentially in the face of these guys, all you can see though is that they are there's various different, like you can go either way, but you can't really
but
you
it's
can't
not
really
just...
you can't really see where either left or right goes until you get up to a danger point.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that there was a venue to traverse beyond them, or if I was just kind of like trying to dodge roll into a wall, or if there was a door I needed to open. So if it's
there didn't seem to
hallway,
be any other doors or things like that. When Hunter got a bit close, I would say that he didn't really see anything descriptive. It looked like long line of of like jail cells that might wrap around in different directions on either side. There didn't seem to be any kind of descriptive thing. I would say that on the walkway that you're on, let me just freehand real quick. You do see a poster for Keone. That's a wanted poster, but it looks accurate. And that's like right where you kind of teleported, is like here, so it looks like you could potentially get back by clicking through the poster to get back to her. Is that, Ryan, is that you? Like, alright, I'm out. Okay, you touch the poster, boom, you go back into the bedroom.
Is she the same way, like when he gets back there?
Yep. She's like, oh. Anwar, what the fuck's going on?
You know, I don't fully know. I still don't. Every time it feels like the roles are a little bit different each time, but
every single fucking time, man.
You know, Keone, we've been friends for a long time, and you know, your mom's kind of lame sometimes. She's not that yeet dab. She doesn't got that riz. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think okay.
You know.
Question: is anybody else teleporting through, or are they just letting Anwar go alone first?
I'm going with him.
Okay, so
Yeah, for sure.
anybody else going through?
I'm actually considering sending my Echo into the hallway, like spawning it in the hallway beyond the two
Uh-huh.
guards, just
Okay.
to see, like, and using the patrol one or the avatar to
Okay.
suss out what's going on over that way before I go jumping back.
Okay. So let's do this Anwar thing here, and then we'll go back to Chimera real quick. So Anwar, what are you saying?
You know, your mom, she wants to slay, but sometimes just not. I don't remember the slang we used to use when we were kids, but her heart's in the right place. We're all trying to help. And I don't think you want to stay in here.
No, I want to get back out there and keep on fighting with you. Well, no, sorry, not with you, with Hunter. I want to keep on fighting with Hunter. I want to come visit you at your little cart, and have good times, but I'm not doing too good right now. I don't think I can do that until I get sorted out.
You said it felt like you're being pulled apart. When you look around here, what makes you think that? What makes you feel that way? And Anwar's going to gesture to the boasters.
See that gladiator poster up there?
Yeah.
That's the one that feels most like me right now.
All right.
Just constant battle.
Anwar's going to get up and kind of walk over towards there and wait for the rest of the gang to Scooby-Doo through.
Okay. Cutting back over to Chimera, you use your echo, and you're able to kind of bypass where the guards are and use your echo to scout around and stuff. And what you notice is that this one little bit of hallway that you're in is kind of like a fractal, because like you go around another corner, and then eventually you see it's the exact same cell with the exact same illithid. You go around like some other corner, you go down another hallway, it's the exact same thing over and over again wherever you go.
Like that one Silent Hill game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If I'm accidentally being like Silent Hill, awesome. Oh, like a PT, where you just kind of go in loops
Yeah, it
over
just
and
keeps
over.
fucking looping.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, just more angular with the different hallways and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah. That's essentially, it's just kind of endless loops no matter what you do, which corridor you go down. It's the same freaking thing, same illithid each time.
Like, I think like the first couple times I encounter that one, like, there's an effort of communication, like, are you this person? Oh, you are? All right. And then eventually Chimera probably comes back to herself and is like, yeah, okay, let's follow on more.
Okay, right before Chimera goes back in, is there anything else that anybody else wants to say to Keon before Chimera comes back in? Because she does seem to be a bit more receptive to talking without her mom. As teenagers are wont to do. No. Okay. Alright, then eventually Chimera comes back in. And Anwar, your hand's near the gladiator poster at this point?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Anwar's going to kind of look to Miss Chimera and be like,
That one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Alright.
For the record,
so
I did check the rest of that place, and it was all that. The entire time. Okay.
You might want to draw your sword for this one.
I think that's a good call.
Okay, so, I think there's a good place for a bio break. We're a bit after 9, and then when we go back in, you guys are going to jump into the gladiator area.
All right.
All right.
Give us the break screen. We will BRB stream.
Alrighty.
Okay, we're back and we're pausing the fear and hunger conversation.
Okay. So you guys have this other poster here of looks like two gladiators competing against each other. A poster for that. You touch that, and boom! You get teleported to what looks like an orc fighting pit. Blood-stained dirt in the center, surrounded by various wooden planks, not too dissimilar from what are those? Not goblins. What are they called in Zelda? Oh, what are
Rocks?
they?
Moblins?
Moblins, yeah. Where they've
fuck
got
is a
like those
mob?
kind of stone structures, or sorry, I mean wood structures that you've got kind of the wooden planks and then the wooden beams that are kind of spiked a bit. It's kind of like that with various tarps all over. But it's an enclosed pit, not too large, maybe 30 feet in diameter, so pretty small for the most part. And there are orcs standing up above the pit, surrounding. They're just cheering these two people on. And down below, you see two versions of Keone. One is who we'll call Keone Prime, who has the tentacles out. She's got sword and shield. She's got her kind of mech suit thing. With her 4 tentacles, she's got an extra sword and shield out. So she's got 2 swords, 2 shield. And she's kind of she's kind of, we'll say, she's going up against this alternative version of Keone who has multiple spells going on at a time, flavored in a Dunamancy Echo kind of way, where she's got mirror image, so there's like a whole bunch of herself, and that doesn't have concentration. So on top of that, she's also got blur going on, so there's just like a whole bunch. It's like a mirage of all sorts of Keones attacking the other one. So there's just these two Keones who are in a bitter struggle, and both of them are having a hard time hitting each other, because one's got 2 shields and full plate armor, and the other one has got like all sorts of false versions that they can keep on putting back up, depending on the amount of spell slots they have. So yeah, it's kind of at a stalemate right now, but it's hard to say who's going to end up having the edge and kind of push through. But I'll say that each of you kind of teleport to different spots. Chimera, the orcish woman that you bamf next to, you recognize almost. She reminds you a lot of your grandmother obviously on your mother's side. And what's everybody's first reactions as you bamf in there, seeing these two versions of Keone's fight with everybody else kind of like cheering and rousing around them?
Ooh.
Shit. I didn't want for this to fucking happen. So we're elevated on a thing?
Oh yeah, you guys are all elevated by a good, we'll call it, 15 feet.
Okay. I came in with sword drawn. I'm gonna walk to the edge, just like next to her.
Yeah, walking over to the edge next to her, you see her turn towards you, and she says, Chimera, daughter of, I forget your mom's name, but daughter of her, daughter
I also
of
forget my
me.
mom's name.
Have you come to see who your daughter truly is?
I think I came to stop this, to be honest.
Came to stop it. Well, how else would you have them work this out? This is a cruel world. It's very harsh, as you surely know. Does it not make sense for the old ways to work here? That the strongest will survive, the strongest will win and claim their spot as the true Keone, for the strongest will be the one who can best handle all of what they face ahead, and I imagine you face plenty.
I do, but I'm not entirely fond of some sort of usurper taking over my daughter's body. You and
Sorry, you're cutting in and out a little bit.
ah! I'm not fond of somebody, not her, taking over her body.
Who says that's what's going to happen?
Well, I suppose you think if the strongest one wins, they are most deserving of the vessel? Is that my understanding, or is this entirely one person, one body?
These are two elements of Keon fighting for control of her mind. And ultimately, the more powerful one shall be the one who's worthy. If this usurper, as you say, is less powerful, then she'll be vanquished. And if she is more powerful, then maybe it's best that she's the one who inhabits that body. As you can see, your prime daughter has been through quite a lot. Perhaps this other daughter of yours is a better match for what there is to face.
She's not my daughter, though. Not really.
Who's to say who is and who isn't? Do you think that tentacled monster down there is your daughter? Maybe she is. It's not for us to decide. That's why they're fighting it out. It's up to them. It's their internal struggle. We're just here to offer guidance.
I hate
Our
this
guidance
much.
is to fight on as
I
hard
hate
as you
this
can.
so much because I'm like, yeah, that's rad. Fucking take over, be super powerful. But also I'm glaring real hard because this person doesn't belong in that body and they're trying to take over by force, and that's not good.
Or you could look at it as the Illithid already took over her body, and this is cleansing her body of what is truly Keon. But if you want to pick a side, jump down there.
Are all of us here, or is it just?
Yeah, all of you have
Anwar?
kind of bamfed
Oh,
all
okay.
around, and so, Rain, you're near somebody who looks much more mage-like. Audra, you're near someone who looks kind of druid-like. Hunter, you're near someone who's an archer. And Anwar, I stuck you with the monk, because they don't have orc artificers.
Should get on that.
Yeah. So in any case, yeah, there's various people you could talk to, or you could start interfering and interacting with the fight down below. If you really want to pick a side, we're just her ancestors of a more distant time. A less influential part of her bloodline. If you want to interfere, you're her mother. Or you could just let it play out. See how it goes.
How far away are we? We're only like 10 feet away. We can probably talk to each other, right? Pretty easily.
You could shout to each other, yeah, you're only like 15 feet away, yeah. Or,
Wait,
or
so-
if you guys can move too. You guys could get over closer to it if you wanted to. This
I'm
is just where
not-
you bamfed.
I'm not liking that it's a fight for control over something that was already, like, had a driver. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem here. Anybody, like...
Are you shouting that to everyone?
Yeah, yeah.
You hear a big rallying cry from a lot of these orcs. That's basically like, the strong will thrive. The strong will thrive. The strong will thrive.
Kind of yelling over that crowd. In that case, do we need to ensure that the old driver wins this fight?
I mean, I think so.
Rain
Why
is
does-
nodding heavily.
Why do we have to ensure one loses?
Right, no, like, I'm not saying I'm gonna go out and, like, stab the other one, but at least interfering and preventing a hostile takeover would
Yeah.
be
So we want
mad
to-
super. Yeah.
So
Well,
we-
if you
One of
don't-
these Keones is your daughter of our timeline who was abducted and experimented on and became what you see before you. And another is an alternate universe version of your daughter who fought against the Empire, and because our timeline succeeded, theirs failed.
Yeah. Mostly, yeah.
They both deserve to live.
Oh, yes.
But they can't live in the
But
same
they-
body.
Yeah.
Richard,
Mhm.
how many
Not
total,
successfully,
How many
anyway.
total Keones are on the battlefield right now?
2.
2. There's just
Oh, the
a
other
big
one's using
barrage of a
evolution,
whole
right,
bunch
okay,
of
yeah, okay.
Echo Keones all around her. Yeah.
Because the other
I-
one is living.
Yeah.
She just wants to be living where
Yeah.
the other one is.
Yeah.
Well, but
I-
wait. I
I mean,
mean,
unless we stick them both in a vessel and hope everything works good.
that's how Rain works.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
got
Is
5
Rain,
people in her.
we literally have done this already, where
Crazy.
we assimilated multiple personalities together.
That being said, it will be somebody new entirely because Rain is not one of the people. Rain is a new entity.
That's true.
But then what's
either-
happening to the alternate dimension body? Is it just
yeah.
a flesh suit that's
I
got
don't know, but-
abandoned?
But Rain will tell you. I mean, like if we're doing this in character, like she has the memories of the other people, but she's not the other people.
Mhm.
That's the thing. It's like you will get a third person if you combine them.
Okay,
She's a-
right.
A synthesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hear me
So
out
it-
also.
It's not really Keone, I guess.
It's 2 Keones.
It's 2
Yeah.
Keones, and that's sure. We have a fun little sandwich, and it's whatever. But alternate dimension Chimera just lost her daughter, and I don't think alternate dimension Chimera has any powers.
No,
but that
she doesn't.
doesn't
seem
mean
to...
that a bitch will learn.
She'll come for her, and then we'll have 2 Chimera. That would be great.
This is my body. This is my space.
Well, if you wouldn't have them fight it out, what would you do? Your grandmother says to you. Your grandmother, by the way, who looks about the same age as you.
Oof.
Shut
Just
up.
because
Is that
this
when
is
she
like
died?
ancestral timey wimey
Yeah.
stuff. This is kind of like her bloodline, just like the implication being that everybody here surrounded is an ancestor of hers at some point.
So Audra will, as we're still talking over whatever, just bottom line, Cammy, we need to stop them fighting each other, correct?
Absolutely correct. And
All right, Richard, level 3.
All right, I got an
person,
idea.
please.
Oh,
All right,
Hey.
Audra spoke first, so Audra, what are you doing?
That's a hold person on both of them.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
you can-
okay. I
Can
was
you
like,
twin?
what?
Oh, is it if you up level, it can
Yep,
do more
I'm
than
gonna
one?
cast it
Okay,
to level up.
alrighty.
Time out,
Um,
bro.
Yeah, basically, like, all right, well, let's put him in timeout.
Hunter,
Boy,
you sound
you-
like, Hunter,
you better
sound
hope
like
you
you
get
were.
both.
I know.
Hunter,
I
you
know.
sounded like you were quick to act too. Is there something you're doing right after this?
yeah. I'm going to. Oh, can I just grab these and grab a couple water skins and hop on down?
Okay. So I need what kind of save?
Wisdom save, please. It's DC 15. And Ryan, yes, I do hope it's either both fail or both pass, because one or the other. Richard, if that happens, just know that I will immediately drop it. Like if
Okay,
one-
because that is what happens. One.
Fuck.
one just became a punching bag.
Actually, wait. Hold on. One.
Wait.
One might have
one
advantage
has,
on him.
One has the luck ability.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And I suppose.
In that case, both succeed.
Okay.
So-
they both succeed. Okay. Well, that's better than one.
Can I try levitating the one that's not lucky? Just like get it out of range completely?
Well, hold up. Give me just a sec. I might have something.
yeah. You're,
But,
you're
Okay,
up.
so you got some water skins, and you're gonna
Mhm.
run out there in the middle of these two guys fighting.
Yeah, Hunter jumps down as he like hero lands. His glamour armor turns to a referee outfit, and he pulls out a
Okay.
signal whistle as he rushes up, kind of around. He's not like rushing up behind anybody. Blows a whistle. All right, halftime. Y'all go back to your corners. We're gonna take a breather. Sip it up. Sip it up.
That is so out of left field. I'm gonna give that to you. I like it. Whatever fantasy version of referee outfit you get that on, and you they kind of look at each other, and they look at you, and they're like, and they kind of go back. All right. You got them to separate for a little bit. I'm just gonna move you down real quick. All right, and then the other echoes are gonna kind of dissipate for a second. All right, they're in their respective corners. What's everybody doing now?
I'll fly down. I'll
Yeah.
fly down to
Jumping.
Eon Prime.
I'll
Okay, Keon Prime's the one over here.
Do I need to do any sort of roll or something, Richard? I'm gonna hop down. I don't remember how high
No,
said
you
we
guys
were.
can just
Alright,
hop
cool.
down. That's fine.
So if everyone's trying to talk to Keon Prime, I'm gonna take more of a midfield approach just so I can keep an eye on invading Keon.
Okay.
I'm actually going to speak to invading Keon.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna
Commi-
I like that.
I'm still gonna stay mid for interception's sake, just in case, you know.
Okay. What's Rain doing?
Yeah, she'll jump down. I think she'll keep levitate ready in case she needs to separate people.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's probably the best.
I should say for some flavor too that I wanted to add that I forgot to. During their battles, they were able to use some of their attacks, like Keon Prime used like a psychic blast to like knock her back 10 feet, but then the other we'll call it Invader Keon like chucked a fire bolt right back, and then used an echo version of Misty Step essentially. So got Keon Prime tried to get some distance, and then the other Echo get right back. And so then they were clashing again. So they're definitely using a fair amount of their abilities, kind of seeing both of them at their prime, especially as you guys are thinking forward to oh, we gotta invade, we gotta go invade Cerebro's area, Fort Moltra. Both of them are proving themselves to be very capable fighters at this point. But in any case, so everybody's back in their corners. Who wants to go first? What do we want to do? Is Chimera also going over to Keon Prime? I see that Chimera's moved across the map.
Yeah, I was gonna start with being like, "Hey, girl, what the fuck?" But then I was like, maybe checking on Girly's well-being first would probably be solid.
Okay. Let's go with Keon Prime first. So Chimera and Anwar going over there, and what do y'all say?
How does she look starting off? I'm assuming she looks...
seems winded. It seems like she's been giving it her all, and she kind of uses some of the tentacles to grab onto some of the wood things. She's just kind of leaning back and just breathing really heavily, trying to catch her breath. She's like, I don't know how long this break goes. I need every second I can get. She's really tough.
How long have you been going at this?
I don't know. Not too long, maybe a few minutes.
Okay,
A
and...
few minutes, it felt like a long time.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Have you tried talking to each other? Is this the only option? Fighting? Is that...
Right, what prompted this?
I don't exactly remember how it all started. I think at first it felt like one energy clashing into another, and then at some point she kind of took the form she did, and I took the form I did, and then the next thing I knew, we were here, and everyone was telling us the best way to sort this out was to fight until one of us had defeated the other.
With all due respect to my ancestors, that's a little barbaric.
There's a reason why the old ways are old and not the ways.
Right.
Well,
This
I don't
might-
know what else to do because she's coming at me and she's really strong and I don't know how long I can hold off. Will you help me?
Can you answer one question though first?
What?
Do you remember if you were the one that walked over to Inga's house? Who prompted this? Was it you or her?
I don't remember what. I mean, I've been over to Inger's house a number of times. I don't remember going over that recently. It's been at least a week.
Right.
Miss
I
Kabir.
don't know what prompted what. I didn't choose to be here in this pit. I just was here suddenly.
Miss Kamira, you need to either convince that alternate version of your daughter to go home and to accept her timeline, or be assimilated here.
Right.
Those are the only options.
Right. And since she can't take no for an answer,
Well, ask her.
yep.
Cutting over to Hunter talking to the invading Chimera, or alternate timeline Chimera.
All right, how you doing over here?
She's a tough daughter of a bitch, but she's. I kind of like the fight. It's a good one.
Right
Looking
on.
forward to taking out another squid.
Oh, you and me both. I've been itching. Do you know me?
Oh, she's right over there.
Well,
She's the one with the tentacles, not me.
yeah. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, Hunter.
All right. It's not weird that I'm here.
I wasn't expecting you guys to be here, but it's a kind of strange, kind of metaphorical land I don't fully understand. So sure, I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, I get that. All right. You know you can't do this, right?
What do you mean I can't?
Well, I mean you can. You're doing what you can, but this ain't the right way, man. This ain't the right way.
I'm trying to save this Kion, okay? She is not herself. She is under the influence of a squid.
All right, now she's under the influence of you, bud.
No, I'm trying to get that influence over her. And the squid in her is fighting back as hard as it can. But if I can take control, then I've saved her.
This ain't your world to save. If you want to save this world, we can do what we can to find you a vessel to jump into, but this ain't yours.
How would you find me a vessel to jump into? I can
Well-
only go into my own body. That's the only way it works. And my own body here has been neglected. It's been hurt. It's been damaged beyond repair. It's been morphed into something it's not, into some kind of hideous creature. And I see some of the journals she leaves behind. She's right in the head. And so no one's out looking out for her except for me. So I'm going to do what no one else is doing.
Well,
and
as-
I'm going to save her.
As one of the
You can
people,
either help me do that, you can help me get rid of the squid within her, or you can get the hell out of my way.
No, we're on the same team here, okay? We need what's best for both of y'all. There's none of this two men enter, one man leaves nonsense, okay? But this isn't going to work if you two are going to kill each other. We've done some wild shit before, we've done some impossible shit before. This is just another thing on the to-do list.
If you get the squid out of her, if there's a way for me to come over, I won't kill her. Just kill the squid. That's all I ask. Kill the squid.
She ain't no squid.
There's a squid in there. I know it. Gosh, just look at her.
We need some ground rules, okay? You need to give us time to do what we need to do to figure this out.
So probably about this point in the conversation when Chimera comes over.
That's fair.
Anything Rain or Audra are doing during this as they're
I'm
seeing
just-
both these things go on?
I'm just keeping an eye out. Like I'm prepared to try to hold person again. Like if the two of them just bomb rush, you know.
Okay.
I'm being a like club security, you know.
Okay.
What's the
Same thing
Hey,
with
question, Richard.
levitate.
now that we've
Okay.
jumped in and sort of broken up? Like I guess because my guess would be because Hunter took the referee route. There's no like uproar from the crowd. They're all like, "Yeah, this is normal. This is a break." Like, or are they like? get on
There's
with
definitely
it?
some confusion where they're looking around like, what the bullshit? We're here for a fight. What the fuck?
Okay.
So it does seem like their patience is beginning to run thin, but they're
Okay.
not hostile yet. But it does look like it could get that way if it feels like it's interfering to the point.
Guys, we're gonna
where
have to
nothing's
fight my
getting done.
grandma.
Potentially, depends
Jump
on
into your daughter's blood, fight your grandma. Yeah, it makes
depends
sense.
on what you guys do from here.
Totally on par.
I would also say that just on the other side of this gate over here is where you see a poster for Chimera to get back to the room.
Okay.
I'll draw that. I'll draw a little thing for that. So anyways, Chimera came over and you kind of come in and you witness kind of the tail end of what Hunter and alternate Keon were saying.
So the plan was a hostile takeover.
She's already had a hostile takeover. I'm closer to the real her than whatever that thing is there. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. I'm more your daughter. I'm more real. I'm more of a real Keon than she is. So yeah, hostile takeover of a squid. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I wish you would.
What do you think is going to happen when you hurt that vessel as badly as you're attempting to do?
I'm not hurting the vessel. I'm just hurting
Have you done this
that part of her
before?
mind. And then once it's my mind, then I'm gonna.
Have you done
I mean,
this
I'd love to get some
before?
magic to get rid of the tentacles, but besides that, I'm not gonna do anything to the vessel. I'm gonna be the vessel. I'm gonna be your daughter, and I'm gonna be better than she ever was.
Once again, have you done this sort of thing before?
No.
Because we have. We've done it for Hunter, and we've done it for Rain over there. You do sustain damage. And if you're hurting her in here, you're not going to have a whole lot to go to when you get out. A hostile takeover is not the solution.
Well, then what is? Because so far your solution seems to be to pack up and leave.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to say that I have made good decisions ever in my life at this rate.
Yeah, the one decision you tried to fix ended up getting our whole world fucked up. So yeah, I'd say your track record for decisions is very good.
You feel
Cammy, did she
better?
get you? Did she get this from you?
She got it from somebody.
Jesus.
Vicious little thing, isn't she?
Yep.
We have to do
taught-
this right.
Okay, what's the right way to do it? I missed the time when you were my super mom and you were telling me how to do all this stuff, but then you stopped doing that. So if you want to start doing that again, fine. Tell me, what's the right way to do this? Because something needs to happen to that poor girl over there who's got a freaking alien somewhere deep in her brain. She's got a little squid thing, and somebody's got to help her.
Are you going to attack her the second you get in within range? Or are you guys going to listen? Or are you going to listen if she does?
Are you?
I'm listening now, aren't I?
Okay, fine. Sure.
Swear.
I won't attack her.
Pinky promise.
Oh my god, Mom, I'm not 5 anymore.
Chimera holds out her hand with the pinky out.
Fine, pinky promise. She drops her blade.
Okay. Can I maybe gesture for...
When she drops her blade, though, everybody else around is like, "What the fuck? I thought this was a pause." Everybody's starting to get a bit upset.
This guy came in and stopped it? We don't know who the fuck he is.
So yeah, the crowd's getting pretty restless at this point. And you just kind of hear from 15 up above your grandmother looking down, and you're like, "Chimera, you had better know what you're doing."
I don't. I would like to maybe gather all of the Keones together. Maybe Bed Keone, Alt Keone, and Prime Keone.
Yeah, let's go back to the emo room.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, like, I would like to make sure that Prime Keone won't attack also. Like, same process.
Okay. You go over to her, she drops her blade, and everybody just starts getting in an uproar, like, "What the fuck?" Some people are starting to jump down. They're just like, "What the fuck, guys?" Does anybody want to do anything?
Now, folks, I understand this is a bit of a mix-up here. We've got some tests to do. There have been accusations of juicing. Now we need to do some tests and make sure that everything is in the clear before this competition, this fair competition, goes back underway.
Potions or no, we want to fight!
You want to fight?
The strong will thrive! The strong will thrive!
Nice. Hit the poster. I'm right behind
Yeah.
you. Hit the poster. You want to fight? All right. I'll tell you what. Go.
Light is on fire.
So, how's everybody getting back to the poster? Because as you guys start to, like, get to go, these guys are going to try to run interference and try to stop you from going back out of the thing. So,
Oh,
I'll
if
give you one
only
round
we had
of,
a
like,
great big AoE crowd control spell. If only someone had the exact thing needed to stop a crowd of people
Yeah.
all at once.
I was just gonna say, I'll give you each a thing of, like, I do a thing before it just to see if we even need to go into initiative. So, what's everybody's thing that they do to try to get to the poster?
Come on, I want to see it.
I can only hit 4 of them.
Which 4 can you hit?
They have to be within. I think I can hit any combination of 4, but they have to be within. Okay, no, it's gonna have to be. No, they gotta be within 30 feet. So
And just to be fair, I did say some jump down, so let me just give
yeah.
a couple
Okay.
more.
All
That
right, thanks. Yeah, whatever 4
Use-
within.
Use the bell.
I'm going to, but it's only a 20-foot cube.
Stay put, Grandma.
We'll say
Stay
that's
put,
not
Grandma.
enough. Grandma is staying put.
I
Good.
can get everybody next to me.
All right, and I can get.
What if?
Yeah, I can
what
get
if
the
I-
other 3.
What if I can lure them in so they're all?
Yeah.
You and I can get them into one pocket. You all want to see a fight? Y'all come down to come tell me to my face your problems with this whole deal. Come on, line up. Let's let's hear your problems.
With this,
Yeah, are we?
with current grouping, Artem and I can tag everybody except this guy.
Yeah, the
Oh.
one dude in the corner.
Yeah,
All right,
I can.
do your
Okay.
thing, guys. Do
Alright.
do what
Alright.
you want to do.
I mean, so I will say it does have to. Rain will have to step down 1 because they moved. like,
yeah, they're definitely
closer.
encroaching on you, so you're gonna have to step back.
Yeah.
You will invoke an attack of opportunity if you.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna have to take it because otherwise we got nothing.
Okay. That misses.
Okay.
So you like swing back someone, swings a machete at you, it clings against your shield, and you're able to step back.
And she's gonna ring the bell on her wrist. We'll see what
Alright.
happens.
You want to draw out that cube? I assume it just gets everybody.
Yes, I could draw out the cube. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1 second. Yeah, that is. Draw shape. Oh, it's that.
That looks like a 25-foot cube. That's 5 squares one way.
Oh, I was using the ruler. That says that's 20 feet.
Oh, because I think it's halfway through the circle to halfway through the circle.
Is it?
It's got to be a 4x4.
Oh, okay. I don't know why the ruler is telling me that's 20 feet, but okay.
Because it's like moving. You're
Yeah.
start. It doesn't
Oh,
count.
you start in it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
my bad. Eh. Why?
So everybody except for druid-looking guy over here. You can get.
Yeah, I think that'll be the way
That's
to
still
go.
a pretty good chunk of people. All right.
All right, so I guess we roll the d4.
So
Let's
they
see what
don't.
effect it's.
They don't get a save. This just happens.
Well,
no,
they
they-
get a save depending on what it is. So the third
okay,
one is
got it,
going to
got it.
happen. They take a wisdom saving throw.
Oh gosh, so many. 1,
Oh,
2, 3,
perfect.
4, 5, 6. All
They're
right.
all really
Here we
good.
go. You wanted this, Ryan. You wanted this. Ah!
In a word, chaos.
What's the save?
17.
17.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Okay, one saved. We'll say it's the magic guy up here. Everybody else. These
Okay.
are own guys. Don't
All
save.
of the other ones begin giggling until the start of my next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction.
All right. So most of these guys are giggling their asses off. It's everybody else's thing that they're doing.
Richard, I can. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people spilling out from this side. Because the
gosh, I
ancestors
just
are basically
realized.
staying put, right?
Adelina, get out from under here.
No.
You're not Adelina anymore.
I'm
All right.
inside.
So,
It's
sorry. What's the thing you're doing, Audra?
So the ancestors are mostly staying put, right?
Some of them have started to jump down and
Okay,
heading
they are
towards you
coming
guys.
Too. It's not just the crowd. Okay.
Yep.
So-
You definitely have some archers and mages that are staying up, preparing some ranged attacks.
Yeah.
But
So, in that
the more
case-
melee people are jumping down.
Gotcha. Okay, so in that case, Richard, of the 3 ancestors over here, are any of them? I need to know who's jumping down among them. Are any of them mages who are hanging back, or are they coming in? 'Cause I
This
can- I
one's
basically- I
hanging
can-
back. I'd say
I
this
can
one's
see,
jumping down. This
Okay.
one's jumping down. I
Okay.
think her grandmother's probably
Okay.
gonna jump
'cause
down.
these here I can see are ranged, just from the.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
those are
that's
ranged
fine.
guys.
Okay, because basically I have like 5 total I can hit with this.
Got
So
it, okay.
I'm gonna ping Grandma. I'm gonna ping this guy, and then actually that means I can ping 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 melee people over here, so I'll ping all the melee folks. I'm gonna do. All these guys are within 30 feet of each other, so I can hold person all 5 of them, or at least attempt to.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save of 15.
Okay. Just one more. 20. Here we go. DC 15
Yes, sir.
of wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, 2 succeed, the rest fail. I'm
Suppose the
gonna say
ancestors
it's
are the ones that
I'm gonna
succeed.
say it's the monk and the grandma that succeed. The
Yeah,
others
that
fail.
makes sense. All right. So the ads are held in place at least.
Yep. All right. What's everybody else's thing that they're doing?
The second that Anwar clears this area, I'm going to cast darkness on this dude's bow.
Okay. You go ahead and do that. And how far does that darkness spread?
15-foot sphere. Foot radius. sphere.
15-foot spear. Okay. I don't know if you can see his aura or not. Can you see that now?
Oh wow.
Yes.
All right, that ironically is darkness now.
Nice.
Alrighty, so that is Hunter, and
I do
what are
wait until
Chimera and
Anwar
Anwar
here.
doing?
Where
I
are we?
don't have much by way of crowd control that wouldn't affect anybody's spell stuff.
I should also say, along with your quote-unquote thing, you've also got movement too if you're trying to get to the poster.
Oh,
Yes, please come to the poster.
yeah, Rain would have moved. Hold on. If I can use the rest of my 25 feet.
There is a big gate in the way, just so you know.
That's fine.
I spider up and back down.
Rainer would get
As
to
a
here.
mobile guy with the boots you have, you can do that.
Is there a way to open the gate?
From the outside.
I pulled
Got
the
it.
lever. I pulled the
You-
lever, Kronk.
Pull the lever, and it creaks open.
The entire thing lights on fire.
Mhm.
Yep. So there's a number of things that can happen. Alternate Keon does her Misty Step thing, like whoosh, and just like Hunter's getting in the middle of getting the gate, and she just whoop, vamps right to the other side. And then Keon Prime has a cool ability. She runs up and then uses one of her psionic abilities to literally jump 15 feet in the air. She's kind of like a Jedi, like the psychic warrior thing is kind of like a Jedi at this point. So she just like runs and hops over. What are Audrin, Chimera? Well, I guess Chimera and Anwar I never got like what is your thing, as they're running and hopping over and stuff.
Well, I was
Run
saying
up.
that I don't have a crowd control thing, so it's more so probably getting anybody in case anybody gets attacked.
Okay. Is there anybody in particular? I would say that it looks like your grandmother, rather than jumping into the pit, she's looking like she's moving towards to jump right in front of the poster.
God, Grandma, don't be a bitch.
But she's not quite there yet. She started to make her way towards that as you guys are running towards the poster. Is there anything you want to do about any of that?
I'm gonna prepare a shield to yeet at Grandma.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you throw it?
Not yet.
Okay. You just prepare it?
Yeah.
I'll say that this door is open at this point, so if you wanted to run through, you could do that too.
Okay.
Anwar, what's your thing that you're doing?
So, these guys are taken care of, or the three with the dots on them? Is that
3 red
correct?
dots are being held.
But everyone else back here is not.
Yeah, other people are not. Although most people are close to the poster at this point, if they...
Yeah, I'll just try. If they're making a move, see if I could have had this whole area here with hypnotic pattern and just taken pretty much everyone else out here for a.
You can
Easy
still
sh-
do that. There's a lot of people who are not being held right now.
Yeah, I think I'll try and do that. Could I fire off a psychedelic hypnotic pattern in this area right here? It's a
Yeah,
30-foot
sure.
cube, so
What's the save?
it's wisdom.
Alright. And the DC?
17.
Okay, they all fail.
Yeah, so this whole part of the board is all good, and as long as no one touches them, they can't get out or get free.
Alright. So you do all of that. I think between what everybody did, you guys are able to get out in time. I would say that, Chimera, you may have to throw that shield to get to
Oh, yeah,
keep your
like
grandmother from...
As soon as it looks like she's like, no, I'm going to
She's
interfere.
getting ready to, like, hop right down in front
Yeah.
of the poster.
Throw the shield at fucking Grandma.
Alright, go ahead, roll to attack.
What a day.
What a sentence.
Do I shoot Grandma?
Just roll to attack with
Sorry.
the.
Yeah,
you're
I've got
saying
like
D&D.
so many stats right now.
That's
There we go.
Yeah. She's getting ready to go over and be like, "You're making a big mistake, come here!" Like, yep, hit her and knock her back down on her ass, and you all are able to get through the poster. And then suddenly, all of you, including the two Keones without their blades, are back into the room. And now you've got 3 Keones in the room. And Keone, who's kind of sick in bed, is just like, "Is this fucking real life?"
Sort of, yeah. What he's doing.
Alt Keone is gonna be like, "All right, we're here now. What's your big freaking idea? We still have a squid that
Yeah.
needs to be taken care of,
Yeah.
and I was promised a vessel."
Who
Do-
was it that
do-
said that the rules have been different every time we've done this?
Do we have a vessel? To the
No.
person who promised it?
I mean, I said that's something we're going to need time to work on and figure out. We need you to not interfere though while we get that situated.
What
Rain.
assurances do I have that you actually are gonna do anything this time?
Hold on.
Oh man.
Because you tried to fix her before, and you nearly did. But whatever you did wasn't enough. Because now she's like 10% squid. Which is too much.
So, okay, throwing this out there. I don't know the exact ethics of this or how this will work out as far as mental autonomy goes, but when the last time we were digging around Rain's mine, she was partitioned in a similar way. She was made up of multiple people and her original self. And we were able to do a somewhat reformat where Rain was parts and pieces of all of them. They exist inside her. Whether they're alive or not is up for people to debate. But
It's
Rain has-
symbiotic.
Rain has memories of them, and they all coexist, as far as I can tell, peacefully within inside her, making one new, perfect Rain. What if we did something like that here? Where no one's giving up their body, where no one's throwing away a piece of themselves, but all of the pieces of Hold are coming together as one, symbiotically.
The sick Keone just says, "That sounds fine to me. I just can't handle all the turmoil, the fighting within, and being split in so many directions. If it can harmonize, fine, whatever. I'm just tired of being so sick. I'm tired of what feels like being torn up from the inside out."
Yeah, this is what you two were doing, by the way. So,
Well, yeah, sometimes you have to fight off a sickness, and it's
All
gonna
right,
make
bud.
you have a
All
fever
right.
at first.
scorched earth ain't the way to do it.
It's literally what a fever is, but okay.
So, outside of like just, fusing, my other thought is now, Miss Kamira, you said you looked around and you didn't see any extra hallways, but when we put everyone together in Kamira's mind before, we had the machinery and the infrastructure of the Empire. And we currently have a poster that leads to what looks like to be somewhat Empire architecture. So would it be possible, maybe Rain with your guidance, if we could go back to that place? Maybe like, I don't know, a dream within a dream. Could you imagine such a concept?
I suppose the thing that would really get us there is if Keon has a memory of it, even the faintest one. And I imagine since we were both there, buried in your mind, you know exactly what that place is in Fort Multra.
I'm sorry. That I just can't picture it. Maybe a drawing would get us, or would jog my memory. And she's gonna go over to her little go over to a little desk area and pull out some parchment and some charcoal. Could you maybe?
You son of a bitch.
Every character.
She'll try.
Give me a performance check.
Oh,
Let's see that
good.
one.
No,
Oh!
I refuse. I've been holding on to an inspiration since like the day one of playing this character. Fuck you.
Oh man.
I have a luck for you if this doesn't
No,
work out.
no, this is Rain's
Good.
battle now. We need to.
Now
There
you
we
can-
go.
Oh, okay.
I would like to tack on a flash of genius, and like where like Rain is like drawing in the spots, and Anwar's gonna be like, and he's gonna use minor illusion onto it to kind of like further fill in the details and
And then
stuff.
she can kind of trace over your illusion, because you were there too. You know what it
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So an 18. You draw something that looks pretty darn good.
How incredible. You
Um,
got a 1 though.
Fuck
So-
no. Absolutely not.
And here's my Zelda influence. Like you kind of do that, and you just hear a little chime like da 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 da, and the page like flies until it like smacks right into the wall along with the monsters.
Sorry, you cut out there. Something about monsters.
Oh, just no, it just
Posters.
the page as the drawing is finished just kind of flies up until it flies straight into the, along with all of the other posters.
Well, let's all go. This is where we need to be.
Yeah. Let's
Before
touch
we
that page.
Go. Are we in agreement here? We're not going to
Meaning
get
the
in
three
there.
peons, are they in agreement?
I mean, at least the two that are not happy with each other.
What would each of them think?
You both swore on it, but I mean,
And y'all keep in mind, we're doing this for both of you. We're not picking a side here, so you guys stop killing the vessel, simmer down, and let us find a way out of this.
Alt Keon will say, I'm really fucking nervous about going into a squid lab, not gonna lie. If I can give a part of myself to like copy rather than give it all, then maybe it can be best of both worlds and I can stay in my world knowing that she's at least fixed in hers.
Get to keep existing, so I think that's a fair compromise.
doesn't leave your mother with nobody.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with that. And the other, Prime Keon, who has already been through all sorts of mental whiplash, will essentially say, like, if this can make me more me, but maybe I can keep some of... without losing myself, because I'm really afraid that losing myself would just be like dying, essentially, if I just am gone and then a new person takes my place. But if I'm still in there, then I think that's okay, and I'm okay with that. If this is all just kind of metaphor, and I'm just be a little bit different up there, and I'm not really dying, then I guess I'm okay with that. And the kid Keon is basically going to be like, I think beyond this point, I never truly was myself again. So if this is the closest thing it can be to a complete whole me, then okay. So all three of them seem to reluctantly and hesitantly go for it. All of them nervous and scared a little bit, but ultimately deciding that that's what they want to do. So each of you touch the thing, you guys go through, and I assume that you didn't draw it with a squid in there, that you drew it empty. So you all are able to go into that space where Rain essentially had her mind worked on. And the sick Keon, who's starting to feel a bit better, she doesn't seem quite so sick anymore. It's like, do I sit there?
I think so.
So there's kind of like a table thing that then's hooked up, and then you also had like other
Pods, right, or something.
other
Yeah.
pods around, yeah.
So I think the young Keon would be the one on the table, right? And then the two halves of it, the two timelines would be in the pods because we're mixing them.
Are all the pods empty?
I think you manifested it as everything's empty in there. Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a good question. Is there anything, because there was stuff left in Rain, is there anything left by Octavius in here?
I think Octavius currently, because of the ritual before where she regained most of her consciousness back, he's still stuck in that cell. So he doesn't seem to be here.
How shitty would it be if, like, we kept with, like, natural one roll and, like, she drew a whole ass, like, Tarask in this fucking room?
Alrighty,
just
so
suddenly stick
yeah.
figures?
Young sick
Fighting
Keon goes in the
Doodle
center. The other two go into each of their pods. The big screen pops up with all the minority memories floating around and everything. You guys, some of you guys have operated this machinery before. What do you do? What parts do you keep, get rid of, all that stuff? Is there anything particular, or do you just want to kind of try to meld the two and see what happens?
So we're copying over the alternate Keon, correct? She wants to keep existing. and
Yeah,
go
we're
back to
making
her
a
own-
local copy.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna, I guess, drag and drop alternate Keon
So you
into.
kinda drag and drop both. Is there anything you're cutting out, or just keeping everything from both of them and just a pure combo together?
I would say
It's going into Moltra. Like, part of the reason why we wanted to take her was her knowledge of that place.
Well, I mean, we should think about what's best for them as a person.
Well, yeah, of course, but like,
Is there any issues that could come with just keeping both of them? Like, keeping everything from all of them? For both?
I don't think so. I
she
think
was
that's
saying that there was like 5% squid, but I don't know if that was just her saying, no, look, she's got tentacles and psionic powers, that's squid, or if she was actually talking about the presence of what's his bucket, like,
Well, we put it
lingering in
this
her
way.
mind.
So currently, Octavius is sitting in a cell in the bowels of her subconscious.
Yeah.
We can
Right.
copy and paste both full versions of Keon into childhood sick Keon, and then she can decide, same as Rain, whether she wants to exterminate that 10% or
Oh, that's right.
trauma
I
from.
did do that.
Yeah, that
But-
10% kind of gets cut down to 5% when you're merging the two. So it's kind of buried deep down in there. I think she'd be really scared to cut it out, not knowing how that might affect her abilities, her
Right.
even just her ability to control all of her tentacles and everything.
Smart.
She doesn't know. It's like it's a total unknown. What would happen? She got a lot better when you cut out 90% of them.
I think leaving that 5% in there is fine.
I think that's something that happened, and deleting it would invalidate what she went through. So I would say all of it, the good and the bad, stays.
Yeah.
And it's on her what to do with that knowledge and that trauma going forward.
Therapy.
All right, so you merge all of the two together, and continuing in kind of this state of metaphor, kind of both the pods start to glow a bit, and the alt Keone with kind of splits into like her echo goes into like the computer or whatever, but then the other echo, like the main alternate Keone says, "All right, there's my copy, there's my echo. I feel like I can leave now." And she's just kind of drift off and slowly kind of like float off and dissipate as if she were an echo herself.
And that would destroy her. No.
And then Keone wakes up. The sick Keone goes through all sorts of kind of transformation, and even her body grows a bit. You can tell that she gets a little bit older, and tentacles start to kind of grow out of her back because that is still a part of her now. And then she eventually gets up out of the table, looks over to you guys. She looks over at the pod where Tentacle Keone Prime was before, and that Keone is gone. And now what remains is this new Keone that is here. And Chimera, she looks at you perfectly as Keone Prime was that you saw her before. But for the first time since you've seen through all this mess, she looks at you with truly familiar eyes and just says, "Thanks, Mom." And she goes over and hugs. And you feel that warmth from her hug, and you just kind of all dissolve into essentially leaving this little plane inside of her, and you all come to.
Do we want to take bets if Finger's dead?
Well,
Oh,
Richard didn't
don't.
draw like X's over her eyes while we were in there, so that's what I would have
No. So, Anwar gave her advantage on Constitution. I would say that this is coming out of kind of like as you guys are waking up, so I don't think you can do like Flash of Genius on top, because like this is kind of all happening as you guys are coming to. But here it is, 2d20s with her older age, -1.
Come on.
With advantage, that is an 8. And
But she
you
has
see-
that additional 8 hit points?
Hmm?
She has additional 8 hit points?
I don't think the hit points matter as much as just the advantage part was. And so you just see her kind of lean back in her chair, drum kind of fall into the ground, and she's got a smile on her face, just frozen in a grin. And I guess that's where we leave tonight's episode.
Jesus Christ.
Weren't we gonna ask her to teach us how to do that so we could do it to the genie?
No, 'cause that's
Sorsha
all
knows how to
Sorsha
do
knows.
it.
Sorsha knows how to do it now.
Oh, okay, that's
But,
good.
Oh, she
Guys,
was my
we-
favorite NPC.
Guys, we do have like diamonds in Revivify.
Ooh.
I don't know if Revivify works for like old age and
you're right.
puttering out.
You're right.
after
yeah.
I-
exhaustion.
Reincarnation would.
I
Yeah, but
think,
that's
I don't know if it's an instance where we
7th
ought
level
to use
spell.
it though,
Oh.
even if it did.
I
Oh yeah,
think
it
this
doesn't
is-
work for old age, so it doesn't matter.
So, this is her heart giving out. This is like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was that's what did it. Like,
Yay!
thanks for saving my iterations of my daughters, guys.
the next episode, Inger's funeral. Buckle up, guys. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh no!
I liked the slow dab, the like, oh yeah, we did it, buddy. And then
Oh,
the
I
crumble,
dabbed too
the
soon.
crumble.
I dabbed. I got too cocky.
God damn, fucking -1.
I thought we were
Oh,
gonna get back, and it's like, and because of Anwar, she saw it. It's like, and because of Anwar, she still died. That's all, folks.
Well, I could have just
Because of
let it all
Anwar,
happen naturally,
She
but
struggled a little bit because she got to roll at advantage. She didn't just die outright.
who's
Well,
red?
to be-
Who's red? Was that
To be,
Ryan?
to be fair, that natural one would have happened if she had not had advantage. So
That's
she would have had a critical heart attack failure.
That is true. You
I
prevented
would have
an
not been
aneurysm.
smiling.
Yeah, yeah. You helped her drift off peacefully.
Yeah.
As opposed to gasping for breath and cursing our names.
You did this. She just
I
starts
mean,
pointing and
think
screaming,
about it,
"You
though.
did this! You did this!" And
And
then...
it'll
about it.
happen to you.
This fucking lady has just been chilling out in the woods, and then Kamira's like, I'm back. And ever since then, it's been mind adventures and like, oh hey, you're holding like a home for like 50 sex workers that have been displaced and need help with stuff. Oh, by the way, watch my kids. Oh, by the way, here's this little tweaky little twig guy who's gonna come take your popcorn. I don't know what he's doing.
We're the worst thing that ever happened to her.
We kind of are.
She died with a smile on her face. She
Yeah, but the month up to that was real, just not great.
Bad.
Real problem.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
She was up there. It's good.
At least this way she'll be a force ghost and not like a ghost ghost.
Oh yeah, true. She'll be kind of a Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of.
Yeah.
She'll be the frickin' conjure fae that I try to get.
Alrighty. Well,
Well-
there was an episode, and next you guys are going and tracking down good old Flash Iron Pan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh,
don't forget, along this
Flash.
same route, we're gonna go into the blood zone again for my uncle. So like, I'm just gonna keep the
No.
tragedy train a rolling.
Anwar's gonna get to the dwarf. He's like, listen, I just watched an old woman die, and I'm ready to do it again. If you don't tell me right now, you are.
Call 911, but not for me.
All right. Well, stream. Bye bye. Thanks for that. Good one, Richard. Good stuff. Bye everyone.
Oh boy.